All right. Testing, testing. 1, 2. Let me make sure everything's good. As per usual. 1, 2. Mic's working just fine. Fantastic. I won't be able to tell if the visuals are fine off rip. I'll have to go to the main menu first. So let's do that. Replay data, create. What the hell is all this shit?
This program is brought to you by the following sponsors.
Nanako! She's the best. Okay. Nanako's the greatest. Oh my god, it's mommy. I'm sorry. Okay. Off to a good start. Alright, let me make sure the visuals are good. Yep, we're good. We're fine. Everything's fine. Mic is working. We're good. Anyways, I'm here with some Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. Now, this is gonna be terrible, and not because the game itself, or I think the story is gonna be terrible, but because I'm just down horrific when it comes to fighting games. So, this is gonna be really bad. I think the last fighting game I played was Injustice. I streamed that, and that was like 3 years ago at this point. So, this is gonna be really good or really bad. What is... I heard there were 2 stories, the Persona 4 Arena original story and then Persona 4 Arena Ultimate story. So, Persona 4 Arena story mode? What is... I don't get it. Wait. Experience the story of Persona episode P4? What is that? Jesus Christ. Hold on. Can I get some settings? The music is blasting my eardrums out of this world. All right, what's the difference between episode P4 and... Okay, hold on. What is episode P4? Which one am I supposed to play? A decade ago, Persona 4 Arena came first, which had its own story mode. Later, they released its expansion and sequel, Ultimax, which had its own story, which was a direct continuation from the previous game. The notion was that the customer had already played Arena, so they have the known story, therefore they can continue with Ultimax. They later released the Arena story as DLC, so people who haven't played the first story can play on the second game. Flash forward, P4AU was released on the modern consoles with everything unlocked, but because of this, it's a remaster of Ultimax. They keep the same order as in the game, not chronological. TLDR, P4A before P4. Okay, got it. P4A before P4. Let's go. The P1 climax begins. Oh, their character... By character? What is this? I am confusion. Do I have settings? Where are my settings? Where the fuck are my settings? Okay. Can I lower the music volume? Please? Alright. Can I... Is this... Wait. Can I... Where are my settings?
Persona 4 Arena Ultimax.
Are you not... There is no setting. Okay, I love it. Fantastic. No settings. The music is gonna blast my ears off while I fail at fighting games. This is gonna be fantastic. Gotta love it. Okay, of course we're gonna start with the Chad God Yunarukami. I'm just gonna get right into this. I have no idea what's gonna go on with this story. I never played this game before. I'm assuming it's probably gonna be as wacky as the story for Persona 4 Dancing, so. Blue. The floor, the ceiling, the furnishings, everything is blue. It's quite unlike what I normally see throughout my day. And yet, my heart is mysteriously calm. I recognize the slight rumbling as an engine and realize that I'm in a car. Or rather, someplace else I recognize. Can we not have the letters appear in like one letter every 2 fucking minutes? It's so annoying. It's so slow. My God.
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
Sup, Igor? You're back from your lunch break, I see? The old man with the bizarre face sitting before me makes an expression that appears to be a smile. Sitting quietly next to the old man is a woman as beautiful and delicate as an ice sculpture.
Ah, it seems we have a guest with an intriguing destiny.
Wait, is this the beginning of Persona 4 Golden? Or Persona 4? Why are we back here?
My name is Igor.
I am delighted to make your acquaintance. And I like me some anal. The Velvet Room. Velvet. Jesus Christ, Igor. Even though I'm barely conscious, I remember that this is not the first time I've heard those names. I see this is a dream. This happened in the past. I've been in this room before. If my memory is correct, what he says next is, this place exists between dream and reality, mind and matter.
This place exists between dream and reality, mind and matter.
Yep.
It is a room that only those
who are bound by a contract may enter.
It may be that such a fate awaits you in the near future.
I know, Igor. Get on with it, goddammit. Do we really have to do this again? The words I expect to hear fall from the old man's mouth. I'm surprised that I still remember them. Another me, the one who is not in the dream, can't help but smile at that.
Then, why don't you introduce yourself?
I remember this too. When I said my name here, it forged a contract with them. And so I answer, Chad God Yunarukami. I love me some dancing. I got the swag and the schmooves. When I open my eyes, the lights is so blinding that I have to squint. For a moment, I can't figure out where I am and I look around.
I was on my way back.
I mutter to myself and look out the window. The sky is somewhat cloudy, unfortunately, but the scenery is as peaceful as always. It seems that I fell asleep on the train headed to the countryside where I spent the last year in Inaba. If I recall correctly, when I first came to that town, it was an afternoon just like this. Okay, they're doing the recap supreme. They're doing the anime recap for like the first half hour of the game, it seems. Fantastic. Okay, I dozed off in the same way back then and was summoned to the Velvet Room. That was when Igor said that misfortunes would befall me, and just as he foretold, I was dragged into an outrageous murder mystery. That was no ordinary case. Hey, you remember when we almost murdered that guy in the hospital? The Midnight Channel shadows and personas, the power of the heart. I saw things that could scarcely be believed. But I made memories there that could never be replaced as well. We gained the powers of the personas and we suffered together. I stood with my friends on the investigation team against these misfortunes and fought alongside them. There's no way I could have overcome such ordeals without their help.
What everyone's been up to.
Yosuke's probably jacking off to his maids, and who could blame him? I mean, maids are based, I'm not gonna lie. That's a good-ass kink to have, you know? Jack off to some maid porn, you know? Sorry. After solving the mystery, it was decided that I would leave Inaba, since my parents would be returning from overseas around the same time. It's been about 2 months since I last saw them all, as they said goodbye to me at the train station. I had to decide to stay at the Dojima residence during the Golden Week so that I can spend the holiday with my friends. Of course, my uncle was happy to hear this, and his only daughter, Nanako, should be glad to see me too.
Damn it! I still haven't picked up Yosuke's gift.
Is this right before the last cutscene of Golden, where everybody comes together as like a surprise party or whatever? That's what it feels like. Well, it is something quite peculiar, I guess, or particular. Actually, I'd received a call from Teddy, one of my investigation team friends, this morning. The details of the conversation were a bit troublesome. They stole Nanako again.
Oh, is this Sensei?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, what's up?
I'm really sorry to bring this up, but I forgot to tell you something very important.
I fucking hate you. Are you literally? It's the second sentence in, you piece of shit. I'm gonna murder the shit out of you later. I swear to God.
I have a special request for the souvenirs. I'm sure you'll be bringing your bear's friend.
Are you? I fucking hate him. Oh my God, I can't stand him anymore. Playing Persona Q dulled me to his personality, and then playing dancing, oh my God. Just do the online matches, dog? No, I'm here for the story mode. Teddy, I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to tell people what you want them to bring you as souvenirs. I already have souvenirs for everyone, but oh well. Sure enough, Teddy was only asking for some snacks that aren't sold in Nineveh, so it wasn't much trouble. Hi, by the way. But there was one problem.
Oh, and one more thing. Can I ask you to pick up something for Yosuke too?
I was planning on bringing something for everyone anyway, but go ahead.
Cool. Well, Yosuke's been down in the dumps after his mommy burned his favorite nurse.
Damn, that's homicide right there.
She was what I called scorching hot. Just kidding.
For the story, you like CBT too, don't you? What's CBT?
A nurse?
Aw, come on, Sensei. You know what I'm talking about. His nurse magazine with the chest examinations and the bear behind.
I see. And you expect me to buy him a replacement?
Hell yeah, get Broske another porn mag. Cock ball torture. Yeah, unfortunately I'm a masochist, so I gotta put myself through the goddamn grinder. You should have seen my Persona 4 dancing. I was kind of almost halfway through killing myself at the like last half hour of the story for that game. But I gotta do it. This is Persona Palooza, baby.
Of course, silly. People coming to visit are supposed to bring presents.
All right. Oh, I was planning to head back tomorrow, but since we're meeting up early, I decided to go back today. Can you pass that on to everyone?
Aha! Then the sexy nurses will be arriving even sooner. It'll be like, Sensei, we have an emergency patient. Yusuke will be so happy.
I would be happy too.
Okay then, we'll be waiting for you.
I wish I had a volume meter so that I could turn down the voices and the music. I'm a little worried now. I hope he isn't telling everyone something that would give them the wrong idea. Well, I should just call when I get there again. But in the end, I like nurses and maids. I wasn't able to pick one up for him. How can I put it? I'd feel bad for Yosuke if I gave him that magazine, and every time he opened it, his friend's face kept popping in his head. True! Oh my God, what a bro. And I have to think Yosuke has his pride too. He doesn't need me to buy him this stuff. Then again, this is Yosuke we're talking about. I'm sure he'll understand if I explain my reasoning. Well, it's just weird receiving a porn mag from your friend, you know? You can't jack off properly because their face pops into your head every time because they got it for you. Probably.
Now pulling into Yaso Inaba. This will be the last stop. Yaso Inaba.
That train conductor sounds like he hates his life.
Oh.
Honestly based. End of the line already. It looks like I've been asleep for a lot longer than I thought. Just as that thought came to me, a certain worry crossed my mind. If I had a dream of the Velvet Room, does that mean I'm gonna be dragged into another adventure? No, I shouldn't think such things. I'm overthinking it. Igor has said I am delighted to make your acquaintance, after all, so it's nothing but a dream. It's quite misleading since I've had dreams of being summoned into that room ever since. The train begins to slow and I take that as my cue to gather my belongings from the luggage rack above me. Why is the beginning of the story about Yosuke and his goonscapades? Those are to be fair, that's very interesting, okay? I want to hear what my bro goons to. We're penis brothers, okay? We need to see what my brother goons to so that we can get him some in the future, okay? So it's intriguing content, I will say. When the train comes to a complete stop and the doors open, even the smell of the wind evokes a sense of nostalgia. I think I'm getting a little too sentimental. I step out to the platform with a wry smile. If I can read English properly, goddammit. Place a bookmark? Is this a save point? Oh. Oh my god. I feel like I'm gonna see a lot of this screen. I'm standing in front of the train station, but this town is as quiet as it's always been. I realize that the sun has started to set and the orange sky envelops the world.
What should I do?
Go get Broske a porn mag of his maids. Or a nurse's, sorry. Two different things. Needs to goon properly. Today is May the 2nd. According to the calendar, the latter half of the holidays will begin tomorrow. I told Dojima-san that I was gonna arrive today, but it seems like he's been too busy with work to come get me. Ryotaro Dojima, he's my uncle. I stayed with him last year. He's a detective with Inaba Police, and he's raising his elementary school-aged daughter Nanako by himself. It seems that he was suddenly contracted by the detective from the Metropolitan Police Department regarding last year's case and will have to work late. Yeah. I can only imagine how much fun he's having explaining to everybody that his nephew rescued his kidnapped daughter from TV world. Somehow. What happened last year was very serious, so I guess it's not too surprising that he's so busy. He shouldn't have worried about it. I recall how apologetic he sounded over the phone and can't help smiling. I told him that I knew the way over from the station, but a bag packed with necessities and souvenirs for everyone turns out to be quite a load. Nanako must be waiting for me alone at the house, so I want to get there as soon as possible too. To be honest, I don't know when the bus will come. Maybe I should just call for a taxi? There's taxis in this rural area? Where? Just as I'm thinking this.
Nanako?
Big bro!
Nanako! Yes! It is Nanako. There's no way I'd mistake her.
You came to meet me all on your own?
Why did she come to the station all by herself? True, the Dojima residence is within walking distance, but it couldn't have been easy for her. She's just asking to get kidnapped again by a crazy person. I swear to God. And even though it's still light out right now, it will get dark soon and the country roads are barely lit. What would she have done if I hadn't been there? I'm about to voice my concerns, but Nanako sounds slightly proud when she says,
Don't worry, Dad knows about it. He gave me money for the bus.
I'm so surprised Dojima's cool with that.
He said he couldn't make it, so I came instead. Welcome back, big bro. I wanted to see you so much.
Thanks. I'm happy to see you again too.
I see. She must have wanted to show me that she's grown up too. She is around that age after all. For a moment, I'm surprised that Dojima-san let her do this. Me too! But I can kind of imagine what kind of conversation took place. Nanako had always been a capable girl, but over the past year, her housekeeping skills have improved greatly, and she's proven herself to be very reliable. Yeah, but she's still a kid. She takes the lead in many things within the house, and even Dojima-san can't compete with her sometimes. I can easily imagine that scene in my mind. And it's true that I'm glad someone came to welcome me. I take Nanako's hand and we begin walking side by side. Holy shit, it's gonna take like 45 minutes for us to get to actual fighting, isn't it?
Well, no sense standing around here. What's in the fridge at home?
Rice that's rotting that you're gonna eat to increase your courage. That's what. You should not be having this many thoughts and speak as much as he does no matter the game. You know, this is Chad Narukami, it's talking here, so it's fine. To be honest, I kind of appreciate his personality, because they seem to have the same personality in the animes that they do for him in these side games, I'm noticing. And it's actually pretty good. I like it.
Lots. Dad and I bought a ton of stuff since you were coming to visit.
But I do agree, goddamn, that's a lot of text and a lot of thought. If Nanako says so, then he must have really bought in a lot. Dojima-san said that he'd pick up dinner for us, but if that's the case, maybe I should put together something to go with it. I asked Nanako what she wants to eat, and she looks back with a twinkle in her eye.
Are you gonna cook dinner? Ooh, I wanna help.
Yes, child, burn down the house. Nanako and I make small talk while we walk through Inaba together for the first time in a little while. Being here like this makes me feel as if I've gone back in time a year ago. Is that the Reaper? Is that the Grim Reaper? Sorry. After we get back to Dojima's home, I hurry and unpack my belongings before heading back to the kitchen. Nanako helps me out as diligently as she I claimed earlier. That's why are your thoughts so fancy? I don't get it. The way she mixes the eggs seems more skillful than before. You're such a good girl, Nanako.
Good evening.
Rosa
This is the
Siscon.
Evening Journal with news for May 2nd. Our top story is on
Justifiably.
the domestic airline that was hijacked yesterday.
Domestic airline that was hijacked yesterday? What? I'm sorry. What is this? The TV in the living room echoes through the house. Thinking back on it, it was quite often. You're not going to say anything about the hijacking? Okay. It was quite on often in this place. When I first came to Inaba, Nanako was practically being raised by the television. No, just your usual hijacking, daily hijacking of a plane in Japan, you know? There had been this odd sense of distance between us around the time. She hadn't been calling me big bro, and we didn't cook together like we were doing now. It's the little things that bring back memories. Right as we were about to be done making dinner, Dojima-san arrives with some deluxe sushi. Nanako quickly gets up and rushes to the door. She seems so happy when her father comes home. Dojima-san apologizes about the sudden increase in his workload, and then we all sit at the table and begin eating. Being here like this makes me feel like the 2 months I was gone never happened at all. There's a warm atmosphere, as if I've always been a part of this family and have lived here with them for my entire life. I thank both of them from deep in my heart, and after I give them the souvenirs I'd bought for them, we enjoy chatting with each other as a family. Can we see some of that conversation, or are you just gonna be... Okay, it's over. You know what? Never mind. I'm good with that. Okay, sad music out of nowhere. Are you sad? Another familiar room. This is the room that was prepared for me on the second floor of the Dojima residence. Nanako has fallen asleep after all the excitement. After carrying her to her room, I tell my uncle that I'll be going to my bed early as well, since I have plans. All he said was, okay, gesturing towards the second floor. I'm a little perplexed by this, but I have my suspicions. And as I opened the door to my old room, it seems I was right. He left everything the way it was. The room is no different than it had been when I was living here. Seeing you in that fit makes me wish they got their casual designs as their main costumes for this game. It's exactly the same as it was when I left Inaba. I closed the door with a feeling of wistfulness. As I sit down on my sofa and consider my uncle's thoughtfulness, I sigh in exhaustion from the long journey. I'll be able to see my friends again tomorrow. Considering that there are still many days left in this holiday, it may be nice to leave early tomorrow and go visit the shopping district. To be honest, I haven't really been paying attention to the costumes that much.
It's raining.
Oh, it's just... Okay, yeah. I see. It's his casual. Do they end up putting on their school uniforms again for the fighting? Is that what happens? Because their school uniform is kind of fly as well, I'm not gonna lie. The time is just before midnight. In mere moments, it will be a new day. Whenever it rains at night, I end up checking the time. While I spent the last year in Inaba, I was checking for the Midnight Channel, which was a popular urban legend here in Inaba. It's a bad habit of mine even when I'm not here. If you look at the turned off TV at midnight on a rainy day, you will see your soulmate. Discovering that this rumor was actually true was the first reason why I became involved with a murder investigation last year. But the person who actually appears on the Midnight Channel isn't your soulmate. It's the next victim. After discovering this, we all nervously sat before our TVs on rainy nights in order to solve the case.
That brings back some memories. Nothing will show anymore, though.
Will nothing really appear, though? I suddenly have doubts. Why would I think that? After we solved the case, we all confirmed that the Midnight Channel wasn't appearing anymore. The empty screen stays silent.
Just
So
in
why?
case.
It's not going to turn on. There's no way. The more I think about it, the more I feel my resolve fading. And the more you keep saying it, there's no way, the more it's gonna happen. So, keep saying it. I peer into the TV screen as if something is drawing me into it. The only thing I see is my reflection in the dark glass of the CRT television. Or so I thought. Here we go.
Rivals. They are friends, yet powerful foes.
Okay. Oh.
The desperate fighting program amongst high school students. A new legend is about to start.
They stole my likeness, motherfuckers. I'm gonna sue you.
May the manliest of all men come on down!
Teddy, what have you done?
This is Precious Nanako,
Oh.
the sister complex kingpin of steel, you Naruto!
Oh my god, it's
It's
so
only natural.
true. It's
Wage
so
slave in the
true.
boonies by day, hero by night. Captain Resentiment, Yosuke Hanamura.
Everything that
They're
bores me has gotta
constantly
go.
shitting on Brosuke.
Spunky
It's not
dragon
fair.
with deadly legs. The carnivore who's discarded womanhood, Chie Satonaka.
You need to eat more meat.
That's fucking
Please
hilarious.
escort me to the ring, my prince. The unconquerable Snow Black, Yukiko Amagi.
That's not even an
Finish
insult.
you in one strike.
Blooming roses and bulging
Why is this
muscles.
cutscene so
The
fucking
blood-curdling
loud?
Beefcake Emperor, Kanji Tatsumi. Deep into realms of romance.
Oh god, they got his shadow.
The brain of a genius. The 2000
The body of a child? Oh my god.
Is this an army of idiots?
Fight and survive towards the
You don't have to
one
roast them like
waiting at
that.
the end.
Jesus Christ.
P1 Grand Prix where fierce fights will be fought. The battle begins tonight.
That was something. Lovely. Mr. Kingpin Sister Complex. Gotta love it.
Sister Complex Kingpin of Steel.
Yeah, that's us, all right. Based nickname, to be honest. Was that me? Sister Complex Kingpin of Steel. I'm impressed. There's so much wrong with that. No, it's true though. It's true. I don't know where to begin. You shall not begin. No, I shouldn't be thinking about that. Those words aren't the problem here. I hurried to make sure the TV isn't plugged in. That was the Midnight Channel. Was it? What it actually was showing was rather ridiculous, but thinking back, everything the Midnight Channel showed last year didn't make much sense either. This looked like some kind of TV show though. I'm suddenly griped by the tension, and it sounded like Teddy was announcing everything as well. If the Midnight Channel is appearing again, I have to find out why. I pull out my cell phone and search for Yosuke's number.
C.H. Hanamura Yosuke.
Why you gotta be so formal? Just put Yosuke in the call log. Why you gotta put his last name first? I quickly hit the call button. Does everyone know about this? Is everyone aware the Midnight Channel is still being broadcasted? Do they know that it's showing us? It's stealing our likeness. We must sue them all. And that we've been given taglines that can only be described as uncharitable.
Hello?
The
this
Chie
is
one was like
Yosuke.
100% true though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yosuke?
It's nothing. I just freaked out when you called all of a sudden. Yeah, that's it. What's up? Hey, when do you want to meet?
I can tell what's going on just by the sound of his voice. I guess he was watching it too. Yosuke knows about what's happened on the Midnight Channel just now, and he's trying to hide that from me. Considering that I've been out of Inaba for a while, I bet he's trying to keep me from worrying about it. There's no need for him to be concerned about that. Then again, I can kind of understand how he feels. I am his friend after all.
That's not why I was calling. I saw the Midnight Channel. You saw it too, right?
Huh?
I can easily hear Yosuke panicking on the other side of the phone. He's probably surprised that I saw a Midnight Channel when I shouldn't be in Inaba right now. He must be thinking that the Midnight Channel is now appearing on national TV network. Looks like Teddy didn't tell them after
Did Teddy
all.
not tell you? Since we're meeting up early tomorrow, I decided to come today. I figured you wouldn't think I could have seen it, so I gave you a call.
And I also got you this maid mag.
Well, I assumed you weren't here yet, so I didn't want to rely on you.
You haven't changed. So how about it? You're not gonna leave this be, are you, Captain Resentiment?
Why'd you zero in on that part? Did you see how they called you a Sister Complex Kingpin?
It's true.
Mine's not that bad.
Exactly, because it's true.
You think? Oh, I ought to tell you, that program's not the only strange thing lately. Teddy, Rise, and Kanji aren't here either. They disappeared.
Oh, lovely. So they're already in the TV world. 100%. For a moment, I'm at a loss for words. Not only has the Midnight Channel come back on, we've lost contact with 3 of our friends. I have a bad feeling about this. I can't believe that those 2 things are unrelated.
All right, we should get together tomorrow like we planned.
Yeah, at the Jeunesse food court. Welcome back, partner.
I'm suddenly reminded that I haven't even greeted Yosuke yet. I'm finally free. I finally feel a sense of worry fade a little, and I answer
Good
with a
to be
smile.
here.
How are your maids, Yosuke? No matter what has happened, our friends may be in danger. If that's so, then there's only one thing to do. Speaking of things I have to do.
Right. Sorry to say, I forgot to pick up your souvenir.
Oh, based.
A souvenir?
Yes.
Don't even worry about it, man.
Tell him.
You sure? I thought you were really looking forward to it. Those nurses.
Hell yeah.
Nurses?
I had a feeling he wouldn't get it if I don't tell him flat out. This is rather hard to bring up, but oh well.
Teddy asked me to get it for you. He said you were crushed that they got burned.
Oh, wait, this is all...
I didn't know you were into nurses.
It's such a based kink to have, to be honest.
Shut up! That's enough!
It's not shameful at all, bro. It's like the least weirdest fetish ever, okay?
Damn it, you're trying to wind me up, aren't you? Stay home, you jerk.
But I'm already here. Well, I'll see you tomorrow.
Alright, he's mad. Let's get him that magazine for tomorrow then. At least it seems like he understands about his souvenir. In any case, the preparations have been made. Tomorrow, I'll meet up with everyone and sort through whatever information we have on the situation. If we have to, we'll go back to that world. It'd be the best if this was all just in our imaginations, but unfortunately, we know that the Midnight Channel wouldn't have appeared without a reason. I should make sure I'm ready for tomorrow and get some rest. This place is as lively as always. I look across the food court on the June's room roof for the first time in a while. Jesus Christ. Can't read. Even though there aren't many people in Inaba, this place is exceptionally crowded. Plus, because it's Golden Week as well, I feel like it's busier than usual. I happen to run into Yosuke at the elevators. We briefly greet each other. Guys are weird like that. What? Greeting each other is weird? The closer we are, the more simple our interactions when we meet to each other face to face are. Okay. Cool. The two of us step out of the food court. We immediately find Yukiko and Chie. They wave back at us past the playground area from the bench they're sitting on.
Good to see you guys again.
Welcome back! We missed you! The guest of honor's finally here! You're looking well. Welcome back. Should we...
Going to TV? Yes.
He already knows about the Midnight Channel thing. He's actually the one who called me up about it.
Oh, I see. This has turned into a pretty thrown-together reunion, hasn't it? But I'm glad you came.
We chat some more while we all sit down. Then Yosuke stands up and clears his throat loudly. He's probably been waiting for the right moment to say something. I love nurses, is what he's gonna say. He hasn't mentioned anything to me, but I can easily guess what he's about to say. We all look towards Yosuke.
Well, it sucks that we can't hang out more before jumping into another mystery, but to celebrate our partner's return, I hereby reinstate the investigation team in response to the Midnight Channel going back on the air last night.
Oh, the team is back! Just hearing that name again gets me all fired up. Yeah, let's do this!
I don't think the applause is necessary.
Yay! Why not? It's been 2 months since we last saw each other after all. Chie and Yukiko start chuckling when I shrug, and though Yosuke seems saddened at that, he still ends up laughing along as well. It's a relief to see that they're the same as always, but because of that, it makes me even more worried about the friends that aren't here right now. We can't start slacking off. We begin to sort through the information that we know already.
Let's get cracking. I mean, this is no laughing matter. No one's heard from Teddy, Kanji, or Rise. Just those three, right?
Yeah. Oh, I got a hold of Naoto-kun, but I didn't tell her about this stuff. She told me she couldn't make it today because of her job, so I didn't want to worry her. She seemed pretty bummed that she couldn't be here too.
If she had a reason for not being here and we can still contact her, then Naoto should be fine. That leaves Teddy, Rise, and Kanji. Not hearing back from them after an entire day has passed isn't normal at all. The relationship between their sudden disappearances and the reappearance of the Midnight Channel is quite disturbing.
One thing's been bothering me. The picture on the TV was very clear last night.
Man, I can't believe they don't have fucking audio settings. The music is so goddamn loud.
Yeah. Going by the pattern from last year, it wouldn't be that clear until after the victim entered the TV.
Hey, isn't this the first time a big group of people was shown together? Plus, we're still here.
Yeah, it was like a TV commercial.
Why us anyway? And what's up with those insulting descriptions?
Jay seems pretty angry about it. Many of the locals know about the rumor of the Midnight Channel. In other words, this troubling broadcast has already been seen by who knows how many people here. From what I've been told, the moment Chie tried to ask another student about the Midnight Channel, the other girl ran away with a look of fear on her face. It's no surprise that Chie would be angry, but in the end...
What bothers me most is Teddy. He was acting like the host of that show.
Yeah, he was narrating it and everything. So something tells me he might be the one behind it. And then like Risei and Kanji are maybe helping him. This is probably like a surprise or something.
Yeah, and we can't find him.
This smells fishy. Then again, I doubt he would play a prank like this for no reason.
Or maybe it was originally a prank and then it got taken over or something. I don't know.
I guess we'll just have to go inside the TV and find out what's going on.
Predictions. That's right, go inside the TV. Out of everything, that was the element that shook our common sense the most out of everything we experienced last year. Actually, the murder in last year's events happened in another world inside the television. This world is filled with monsters called shadows that are born from people's hearts. Because my friends and I gained personas, the power to defeat these shadows, we were able to enter the TV screens and fight them.
Won't we be stuck in there without Teddy to give us an exit?
But even we persona users would find it extremely difficult to leave that world on our own. In order to come back, we need the exit TV that our friend Teddy was capable of creating.
Not so. I've had Teddy keep the exit TV out on that side.
Look at you, all prepared.
I don't know why he didn't just do that every single time, to be honest.
I mean, think about it. What if we were half asleep and fell into a TV when Teddy wasn't over there? Isn't that a scary thought?
How does... I'm sorry, you're half asleep in your bed and you suddenly fall into the Junes department TV store? What? That's so stupid.
Like anyone would be that clumsy.
Anyway, it sounds like it's safe for us to go investigate then.
No matter what the reason, it's reassuring to know that we have an exit strategy ready for us. To be honest, I almost fell into it the first time it appeared in my room after all.
Yeah, there's no doubt that something's going on in there.
That's
Is
actually
everyone
fair.
ready?
We're all good to go. To tell the truth, I had a hunch that this was going to happen.
To bring my katana? We all share a look to confirm our intentions. All of them nod back. I can see the seriousness in their eyes. Even though there was a 2-month gap since I last saw them, they still continue to put their trust in me. Hell yeah, let's go, baby. I'm gonna chew some ass and kick some bubblegum. I feel a slight sense of pride as I stand up from the bench. The large screen TV in the electronics department is directly below the food court. What would happen if someone came in those last 2 months and bought that TV? Would we no longer have access to that TV world? Because different TVs go to different places, right? So that was the entrance that we always used last year. Oh, cutscene.
It's a holiday, so the store's full of people.
Feel like things are picking up around town.
It's time to go. Hello. All the models are on sale.
It's the Afro student that gave us the
No.
quizzes.
It's been a while since last time.
I'm a
Damn.
little nervous.
Cool.
Whoa, wait! There are still people in this
Just jump in real quick.
Get ready! The customers are going away!
Again.
You're taking forever. Just yeet yourself at the screen. Yeah, okay, cool. Bro's like testing the temperature of the TV. What are you doing? Okay, that's new.
Different from usual? Oh no! What do we do?
What can we do? We can't stop now!
We're falling into the universe. Totally normal. Fantastic. I hear a voice. It's a woman's voice. It sounds familiar to me. This voice is... Oh, we're in the Velvet Room? How'd we get here?
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
Is Igor on break again? Is that why everything's fucked up for the 20th time? I swear to God, everything goes wrong when Igor's not here. That's why all the side games happen. Igor's always gone. I don't sense the distinctive floating feeling that I usually have when I enter the TV world. When I concentrate, I realize that I must be sitting in a chair. The moment I open my eyes, I see vibrant blue. The Velvet Room. I visited this place an untold number of times last year, and once more in my dreams yesterday. I never thought I would return to this place.
It's not a dream this time? What's going on? Didn't my contract end already?
Igor, who usually sits front and center, is nowhere to be seen. The one to greet me is the woman with silver hair, Margaret. He's on his vacation. He's on his paid time off, I guess. Could this be a personal summoning then? That happened a few times last year too. Margaret smiles as if she senses my suspicions.
This room is tied to your fate. Nothing that occurs here is meaningless. Though you reached an end to one journey, you now find yourself here again.
So you can visit the Velvet Room forever, as long as you have some kind of new journey, is what you're telling me?
This shows that you will once again be faced with a question.
A question? And something really is going on?
To Chad or not to Chad? That is the question. Are we going the harem route or are we going the one person route? That is the question. Another mystery, blah, blah, blah. Lovely, lovely English. Gotta love it. Another mystery has appeared and we are about to be dragged into it again. Could this be what she means?
From here on, what befalls you will upset your status quo. It is true that you've opened the door once already, but all things change. Nothing ever remains the same.
Yeah, bro, I had to dance demons to death in the other game, so
what you gained before
I think we'll be fine.
Change over time as well. You will have to face them once again.
Face them?
The first thing that Margaret's words stir up in my mind is the sight of my friends' smiling faces. Is that gonna change? No, that can't be true. And the face them again? That's impossible. Once I wake up and leave this room, I should still be with my friends. There's no need to jump to conclusions. But Margaret appears to have anticipated my thoughts and smiles while narrowing her eyes.
Show me how you will proceed down the path that awaits beyond the door you've opened.
Okay. My vision wavers, and the blue light before me vanishes quickly. Wait, I still need to know what you mean by those words. Okay, I've fallen and I can't get up. Scene 1, Scene 2. And we're 40 minutes in, which means all of these are going to be like 2-hour segments probably. Each character. Whoa.
Where am I?
Where did I get thrown to when I left the Velvet Room? The scene is so unexpected that I'm at a loss. This is a school. It's the music room of Yasogami High. I attended the school with my friends until recently. There's no mistaking it. We entered the TV world together, so why am I here? No, that's not right.
This is... No, wait. This has to be the TV world.
Gotta love what's it called? Back? Jesus Christ, I forgot the name of the song. Something back of the TV. The graffiti on the ground. Shoes placed like they're for some kind of ritual. The eerie, shining eyes of the portraits on the wall. The more carefully I look, the more I realize that this place is not a real Yasogami High. Most of all, I sense no warmth from this place like I always did from the students who would come and go from there. This is a fake. It's definitely not the school I attended. What gave you that idea? Is it the fact that you fell into a goddamn TV or what? Well, what happened to turn the world inside the TV into this? Someone else fell in from that goes to Yasogami a lot, maybe? On top of that, we entered the TV world from our usual entrance, but I ended up in a completely different place.
This has never happened before.
I also realized that my friends aren't with me either. Did we somehow get separated? I start to feel chills down my spine and I look around.
Hello! Sorry for the wait!
Oh. Okay.
Greetings, boys and girls of Yasogami! The P1 Grand Prix is about to begin!
What is it, a race car event? Why is it called a Grand Prix?
There's no need for manners or courtesy or anything today, so let it all hang out. Tell us how you really feel.
What the?
Is that you, Rise? I shout out questions, but she doesn't answer. This is Rise Kujikawa, one of our friends on the investigation team that we couldn't contact. Does she not hear me, or is she choosing not to respond? As I ask myself this, I hear different voices echoing as well. I look around in surprise. Is the portraits clapping? These voices, it's not just from one or two people. I see countless students glaring at me from the hallways, the entrances, and everywhere I turn. You can't have my attention because the music is blasting my ears off, so I can barely hear you.
I, Rizette, will be your commentator. But first, the General has a few words for you all.
What's going on? Why are there so many people inside the TV world? Before I can think of any answers, Rise makes another announcement. And as if on cue, the monitor in the music room turns on. What appeared on it was Teddy. He was wearing a strange hat and cape, just like he did on the Midnight Channel last night. First Rise and now Teddy? What are they doing?
You're all here now.
So this is the General Teddy outfit.
Well then, I'm proud to announce the opening of our very own P1 Grand Prix.
That has to be Teddy. He's using stupid puns. Again. That's the same as our tournament that was shown on the Midnight Channel. Then, is Teddy really the one behind this insanity?
Teddy, what's going on here? We came to look for you and Rise and...
Always with the talking, Sensei. It's a big waste of time. Less talk and more fighting. For the next challenger, come on down.
Teddy looks away and makes a dismissive gesture. Smoke suddenly bursts out from underneath me and robs me of any visibility. Bro's got the smokinators. Is there someone beyond that white curtain? Eventually, my field of vision begins to clear. I keep my guard up, expecting anything. It's... what? Okay, wait. Persona 3 music out of nowhere? Why are we Persona 3ing? I'm sorry. That's interesting. Well, okay, Broske. Who should appear but Broske? Though I hadn't expected to run into him like this, I'm relieved to see that he's safe. It's so weird hearing Persona 3 music here. Teddy did say something about a challenger just a moment ago. I recall that the P1 Grand Prix that appeared on the Midnight Channel looked a lot like some kind of fighting competition. Wait, am I supposed to fight Yosuke now? That's not funny at all.
Great. They're expecting you and me to fight.
Looks like. Sheesh, what's Teddy thinking?
Starting that up already? I won't let you get all buddy-buddy with each other. These battles are fought to the death. Only the victor can proceed.
Well, that's probably not gonna happen.
This joke's gone on far enough, Teddy. We're not gonna play along with that.
Also, why do you have Persona 3 music in my Persona 4 Arena Ultimax? I look over at Yosuke, hoping that he would agree with me, but he doesn't appear interested in what I have to say.
Oh, really? I guess he should declare me the winner then.
Yosuke?
What? You don't plan on fighting, right? That means I win by default.
Based reasoning, to be honest. That was not what I was expecting to hear. What's gotten into you, Yosuke? Do you have some reason to be talking like this? I can't figure out what's going on. Yosuke continued to speak in a carefree manner and said something that I simply couldn't believe.
Is that okay with you? I mean, since Nanako-chan's here and all?
Oh, how do you know that? What?
Nanako's here?
How?
Wait, really? You haven't seen her? She's with Teddy.
What the hell? That can't be. Sup, Galactic Corgi? I saw Nanako back at the house when I left this morning. And even then, Nanako can't enter the TV world on her own. But since she's in this world, how did she get taken into the TV? I can't believe it for a moment. But what if it's true? Just coming into this world can tire a person out very quickly. It's happening again. What have you done, Namatame? Sister Complex Kingpin of Steel moment. And it's such a base nickname too. It's true. It's so true, bro. On top of that, if everyone, or if someone who can't use a persona comes here, it can sometimes even be fatal.
Where is she? Yosuke, where's Nanako?
Whoa, what's gotten into you, partner? No need to get hysterical.
Is this Yosuke or is this some kind of weird illusion?
Why are you so calm about this? You know what happened to her last time she came here.
I feel like this is like an illusion or something. Nanako did come into this world once last year. It was not something any of us would want to happen. That was the start of a whole chain of events. We almost killed someone in a hospital room because of that. Remembering them is heart-wrenching even now. So why? No, even then it might be wrong for me to lash out at Yosuke for the way he's acting. No, it would actually be right, considering Yosuke was the most pissed off one of us us all rather. He was literally the one who instigated the whole, you know what, let's kill him in the hospital room plan. He was so pissed, and I was so happy for Brosuke in that moment because it really showed that he cared about Nanako. That's why he's Brosuke. And that's why he deserves to get a porn magazine of his favorite nurses. Alright, calm down, I need to think straight here. All Yosuke said was that he saw her with Teddy. Then was Nanako brought here by Teddy if he was the leader of this tournament?
Yosuke, be straight with me. Are you sure Nanako is with Teddy?
How should I know? If I had to guess, I'd say she's probably still with him. Man, are you alright? Are you that worried about Nanako-chan?
He mostly did it for revenge for Saki, but sure. Confluence of reasons, I guess.
It's no wonder people look at you funny, thinking you have a sister complex.
Based nickname. The sense of wrongness that I've been feeling this whole time is getting even stronger. True, Yosuke may have said some insensitive things, but mostly that's because he reads too much into a situation and acts out over it. He's not the type of guy to enjoy making hurtful remarks like this.
Yosuke, are you alright?
He's on the weed.
Huh? What are you talking about? I should be the one saying that to you.
He's on the weed. Help him. Help him, you. Help him.
She's not even your real sister. All that big bro stuff really creeps me out.
I'm gonna murder the shit out of you, motherfucker.
It was a while ago that I saw her. It's probably too late to save her now.
This is fake Yosuke. This is not the real brosuke. Kick his ass, you.
You know how things went last year, after all.
Yosuke.
Kick his ass. He's definitely not the Yosuke I know. Yosuke is my friend. He wouldn't be so callous as that. At least, I thought so, up until now. He was the one who had to face the pain of losing someone he cared about when the murders first started last year. I can't hate him for accidentally mentioning someone who was dead, but the way he's acting, he's doing this on purpose. I silently draw my sword and face Yosuke.
Draw your weapon. You'll get your fight.
It's so weird hearing Persona 3 music. It's so weird.
What? Dude, what
I
are
don't
you
get
saying?
it.
You told me you let me win by default.
To be honest, I've been thinking that this Yosuke before me was some kind of fake. I even wondered if something had happened to him and Yosuke's shadow had appeared again in this world. That's actually what it seems like, but he doesn't have glowing eyes. But this wrongness that I keep sensing is nothing like that. This probably is the real Yosuke. And the strangeness I feel is because these words really are coming out of the mouth of someone I never thought would say them. Is he being like manipulated to say those things? Maybe? It is good music. It's just so weird and out of nowhere that they choose this music when Yosuke pops out of nowhere. If so, then
I don't know if you're being controlled or if there's something else going on here. Either way, you must understand the best way to resolve the situation.
alright, put him up. There's no way to tell if what I'm saying is getting through to him at all. But if I want to figure out what's going on, I'll just have to fall for this trap once.
Sorry, but I'm gonna go all out.
Alright, time to kick some ass.
All that talk and you're gonna fight against your partner after all?
Shut up, Rise.
Well, whatever. Let's hurry up and get this started.
Alright,
Ready?
this is gonna be horrible. I don't think there's even a tutorial for this game. Is there a tutorial for this game? I never, like... Yeah, I don't. Kind of funny that this is actually Laura Bailey. OG Rise, eh?
Finals.
Can I get a tutorial game? There is a tutorial, New Blitz? Where? Hold on. I placed a bookmark, so... Here, main menu. Where? Oh, shit! Oh! Oh my god! Fuck! I've been here complaining that there's no fucking sound changey majiggy. And I didn't notice that the top of the menu is literally the changey thingies.
Perfect.
Today? Break out of? Lose of the soul. What is this? I've never heard this before. Okay. I think we're good. Let's save that. And online lesson mode, training mode. Okay, let me learn the basics real quick before getting into that first fight. Walking. Walking. All right, we're doing some walking, ladies and gents. Can't believe I'm playing another fighting game. Alright, let's start with basic movement. Try making your character move from side to side. Yep. Oh my god, that was a trophy. I got a trophy for walking. Lovely. You did it. Walking back and forth is the basic method for adjusting the position of your character. Now try crouching. Nice. You did it. Holding down left diagonally or away, down left, yeah, will cause your character to crouch. A jump. Now it's time to learn basic attacks, cover weak attacks. Punch you in the dick, bro. Get it. Get out of here. There's also the option that lets you perform combos in a less complicated manner. We'll see about that. You did it. Weak attacks have a short reach but are fast. Most characters crouch weak attacks hit low, which cannot be blocked with a standard block. Strong attacks. Okay. You did it. Strong attacks are powerful but leave you open to counterattacks. Crouching strong attack is effective against opponents in the air. The weak persona attack will summon your persona for an attack. Oh my god. Okay, that's weird. Do I have a persona, like a meter use that limits my persona use, or can I just spam this? You did it. Weak persona attacks summon your persona for an attack. While powerful and long range, your persona gauge will decrease. Okay, if your persona is attacked, be careful. The card bar next to the health. Gotcha. Strong persona attacks allow you to perform unique moves. Okay. Interesting. You did it. Strong persona attacks unleash incredible powerful moves. If you time it right, you can attack at the same time. Try teaming against your opponent. Now let's cover defense. Let's begin by standing block.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
So basically backing up. Standing block can defend against all jump attacks and all out attacks. All out attacks in a fighting game? Interesting. Be careful, as it cannot defend against low attacks such as crouching, weak attacks, and sweeps. Try performing a crouching block.
And stay down. And stay down. And stay down.
To protect yourself in the air, use an air block.
Here goes. Persona. Persona.
I gotta time a lot of this crap. You did it. Air blocks are useful in air-to-air combat as well as jumping away from the enemy. However, there are some moves such as many crouching strong attacks that cannot be air blocked. Also, you cannot air block immediately after jumping. We will now cover some useful maneuvers, starting with the dashing. Well, that was nothing. What happened? Dashing is useful to get close and quickly. You can master it. Okay, hold on. I got that. That dash did not look like a dash at all. Unlike dashing, you cannot continuously backstep. Make sure you make use of it when avoiding your opponent's attack, or give yourself breathing room. High jump allows you to jump higher than usual. Okay. Note that you cannot do a double jump during a high jump. Now let's try aerial dash and aerial backstep. Okay. You can only perform mid-air movements, aerial dash, aerial backstep, or double jump. Let's try a move that can be done while your opponent gets knocked back. Take a hit from the opponent and hold one of the attack buttons while you're in mid-air. Oh, recovery? Okay, you did it after using, yep. Air block your opponent's upcoming attacks, yep. Determine which direction to recover in. Oh my god, my head. It's not like you waste those. The opponents can break those for a bit, which basically means you can't use your personas. There's a command list when you pause, so that's a thing you can do if you want to remember something real quick. Gotcha.
And stay down. And stay down. And stay down. And stay down. And stay down.
Okay. Ground recovery allows you to quickly get up when you are knocked down. If you stay down, you can still be attacked, so make sure to quickly get back into the fight. Counters. Hit an opponent when they're in the middle of attacking.
Come get me. Bingo. Come get me. Here you are. Come get me. Yikes. Oh, crap. Come get me. Yikes. Come get me. Yikes. Come get me.
When you get a counter to occur, you will deal more damage to the opponent than normal. The opponent will stumble back, allowing you to follow up with an even more powerful move. Auto combo system allows you to perform a combo with just one button. Stand near your opponent and rapidly press. What the fuck is that? Just repeatedly pressing. Okay, I'm gonna do that. If you have SP, you can combo into SP skills. Beginners should put this feature to use. The P combo system allows you to change your attacks. For example, weak attack, strong attack, weak persona. Try walking near an opponent. The P combo introduced here is a basic one. You can combo even more after by using the skills or furious actions. When you get used to the controls, try practicing them. In the S hold system, by holding that down, the hold gauge will appear. By pressing the button at the right time, you can unleash skills and SP skills. Oh. You did it. The S hold system lets you perform a variety of moves with just the square button. Well, this can't be used if your opponent is another player. It lets those new to fighting games pull off new moves like a pro. An all-out attack is a powerful attack that cannot be blocked low. Oh. Okay. After launching opponents up, press up to continue your assault. For variations on all-out attacks, okay. I think I've learned sufficient. I don't need the whole... I feel like that's... Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. Let's get back into the story. I'm just gonna button mash, okay? I'm not gonna do all this complicated shit. I am gonna... Okay. Wait. Oh, okay. All right, broske, go easy on me. I suck at fighting games, all right?
Final. Fight.
What's happening? What the fuck is happening? Why is auto mode on? What the fuck? All right. Can you let me play game? Please? Over here thinking I'm controlling shit, and the game's doing it by itself.
Final.
All right, hold on a second. Okay. Whoa! What the fuck? Okay. Well,
How unfortunate. Better luck next time.
you could have left that on and we'd assume you were really good. Well, true, I could have done that. Would have been based, but I gotta suffer like always, so here we are.
Amazing, Sensei! Keep that up and zoom on ahead!
Ahead? You're gonna continue with this?
I don't want to spoil the surprise. If you want to find out, you'll have to get to me! And I can't say why, but I think you should hurry.
Maybe he really does have Nanako. The monitor shuts off. I still haven't learned anything about Nanako, but he did seem to have been expecting me to ask about her. I don't want to think about it, but Nanako really may be here. The moment the monitor turned off, the student began to leave, like in waves, like in a receding tide. No, they don't look like students anymore. They're something like inhuman, just taking the shape of students. I was too focused on the fight to notice, but it seems their true forms were coming through. They look like silhouettes. Could this be the shadows? Even so, I don't sense any hostility from them. Well, if they're not a threat, they're gonna go away. There's no need to chase after them. It's like the shadows in Persona 4 dancing, the kinky bondage shadows, except these are like shadows that like to see people fight instead of dance. I like how all the paintings have dumb glowing eyes. You know. Besides, there's something more important to do now.
Yosuke, are you alright?
Are you back to normal, broske? Are you done talking shit on my little sis? I walk towards where Yosuke lies collapsed on the ground and give him my hand to help him up.
Ow, couldn't you hold back a little? I seriously thought you were gonna kill me.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I was just kind of spamming the square button. I did not know what the hell was happening.
The same went for you. I wouldn't have stood a chance if I held back on you.
Yosuke grimaces in pain as he stands, but he doesn't seem to have suffered any severe injuries. That's good. I knew I couldn't risk going easy on him, so I was a little worried that I'd actually hurt him. But once we get a good look at each other, Yosuke's demeanor suddenly changes.
Anyway, that aside, shut up about the nurses already. It's not like that's the only thing I ever think about.
Oh. Were we hearing each other saying different things? Is this some kind of illusion, maybe? Is that his reason for why he started fighting me and then you started fighting him because of the other reason that he was talking shit about Nanako? Interesting.
What's this about nurses?
Huh? You were harping on it the whole time. How can you stand there and constantly bash my taste in women with a straight face?
Honestly, being into nurses is not that bad. Nurses are hot as fuck, man, okay? That's like the least weirdest kink to have. Nurses and maids, okay?
Is it such a crime to like nurses?
It's not. I agree with you 100%, bro.
Wait a second.
Right, I don't understand why he's suddenly angry, but he's not making any sense at all. I tell Yosuke to calm down and we go over what he thought had happened before the fight. Are they hot? Are you asking me if nurses are hot? Bro, they are, okay? Have you seen the Silent Hill 2 nurses, okay? They're hot, all right? We learned that our memories of what each of us had been saying didn't match up at all. According to Yosuke, it seems that I had been, well, teasing him about his taste in women. Yosuke was so heated up over it that I'd supposedly said that. He almost went into graphic detail, but I stopped him before things went too far. I mean, really, it's best for both of us if we pretend this never happened. But thanks to our conversations after the battle, I've come to realize something. If we'd been hearing each other say things neither of us had been meaning to say, then...
Let me ask you something. Is it true that Nanako is here in this world?
She is?
Yeah, he doesn't know. Yosuke's at a loss for words. He had no idea what I was talking about. It's just as I thought. I wouldn't call Silent Hill nurses hot? Well, bro, you're blind, okay? Blind as hell. Don't know what to tell ya. I would nut all over them nurses, alright? Wild statement, but unfathomably based, okay? Yosuke doesn't know anything about Nanako. If that's true, then what I'd heard Yosuke saying before the fight was something that nurses couldn't possibly have said. Sorry. This only makes me more convinced that I have the right idea. What I heard wasn't Yosuke and wasn't what Yosuke had meant to say. Sorry, Jesus Christ, I can't read. My mind's in the gutter. I don't know how, but something else made Yosuke say those words even if he didn't know he was saying them. That reminds me. Teddy on the screen had said that I needed to get him if I wanted to find out the truth. Does that mean that Teddy has done this to us?
I guess there's no choice but to keep going.
Nanako is good friends with Teddy. I don't want to imagine what is happening, but if he wanted to kidnap her, it's certainly possible he could have. I want to go home at once and check to make sure that she's okay, but I have no idea where I am. Even worse, Teddy holds the means of returning to the real world. There's no way out of here unless I find him on my own.
Yeah, well, be careful.
Be careful. I'm worried about you. Do your best. I sense a lot of emotions behind those words. Yes, I know that now I'm hearing the real Yosuke, the real brosuke, the one that goons to nurses regularly. This is the real brosuke. That's what I'm talking about. Dap me up, bro. I take Yosuke's cheering me on to heart and leave the music room. Teddy had said that only the winners could go on in this tournament. What, is there like a barrier blocking everybody or something? I don't know exactly what that means, but it's probably not a lie. Yosuke understands that as well. That's why he's trusting me to sort it all out and lets me go without much talk. He's frustrated that he can't help me out. I can't. Can you not walk with me? I could just be jumping to conclusions here. After all, Teddy did say that was the rule, but we don't have any proof either way. Well, I might as well see what he meant by that. I stopped walking and turned back to Yosuke.
One last thing about those nurses.
James also did that, and that's why they're trying to kill him. James was unfathomably based then.
Quit it already! Are you out of your mind again?
Yosuke turns bright red and rushes towards me, flailing wildly in an attempt to stop me from finishing. And... oh, imaginary barrier. There's a painful sounding noise as he runs into something invisible and slowly slides to the floor.
What is this?
Bonked by barrier.
So there's an invisible wall. Looks like the loser can't leave the room.
Get good, loser. GG Nori. It looks like there's some force that prevents the loser from leaving the area where the fight took place. It's likely that every time one of these battles happens here, the winner will get sorted out this way. That's annoying.
I see how it works now. Thanks.
If Teddy really has kidnapped Nanako, there's no time to lose.
Don't use me as your guinea pig. Wait, that's it? Hey, don't wear yourself out, all right?
I should have bought my man Yosuke a nurse mag so that he can entertain himself in this world while he waits for me to sort everything out. I turn away as Yosuke shouts at me. Not to worry, Yosuke. I give him a quick smile before leaving the area for real this time. At that moment, I feel a wave of disorientation crash over me. I'm surprised that this is happening without warning, but it's not a threat. After all, I know this feeling all too well. Okay, you can just summon me into the Velvet Room whenever, I guess.
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
Why is Igor always on his lunch break when shit goes down? I had been leaving the music room, but now I'm sitting in the Velvet Room for some reason. Margaret greets me with her usual smile. This room truly is mysterious, but why would she summon me like this? Margaret sees my suspicious expression and speaks up.
Things have only just begun, and yet you already seem tired. The misfortune that has befallen you can be thought of as a sort of trial.
A trial?
I want to know the details behind her words, but I know that she won't answer me even if I ask. The inhabitants of the Velvet Room never reveal anything. Now that's because they can only watch over their choices their guests make. Margaret's smile broadens when she hears that I don't intend to ask her anything.
Indeed. I am an observer on your journey. I would do nothing so thoughtless as to force you to make choices. You do not need such provocations. I already know that you shine brilliantly enough.
Okay, you hitting on me? Alright, let's make out then. Bet. This shine she speaks of, could it be about my ability to use persona?
Yes, that is part of your brilliance.
Can you read my mind?
Personas are masks of resolution, strengthened by controlling one's heart. But you understand this well, don't you?
Yeah, that's how we all fought up till now.
What happens if I think dirty thoughts? Would you be able to read my mind then?
Yes.
What would you say? I kind of want to...
One's heart is intangible. It cannot be seen and cannot be felt.
Do the thing, you.
When polished, it releases a strong light unlike anything else. But it can also be clouded by trivial things. Have you ever felt that way?
That may be true.
You may be more conscious of that fact than most, because you hold the power of the wild card.
Margaret's voice fades away as she answers me. Okay, we're...
From here on, you will be forced to re-examine the things you know as bonds.
Okay.
How will you face the changes to come, and what choices will you make?
Thanks for the exposition. Wow. Man, the school does not look this big. In-game. This looks like a ginormous hallway. Alright, when I open my eyes again, I'm in the school hallways. I turn around to see the door to the music room close behind me. Was I only summoned to the Velvet Room in spirit? There's no way for me to figure out what just happened, but I think back on what Margaret told me.
The changes, huh?
Even though the people of the Velvet Room avoid saying much, what little they do have to say always has meaning. Jesus Christ. It's true that Margaret has said some strange things while I've known her, but she's never said anything meaningless while on duty. I would assume that this would be the case now. I may have to keep her words to heart. Okay. Okay. How many scenes per character profile? I hope it's not like 2 hours, 3 hours. It's probably going to be 2 hours. I hope it's not like 5 hours of scenes per character, because my God. In any case, I need to concentrate on this case for now. I'm sure I'll understand the meaning behind what she said when the time comes. I must proceed. Though this bizarre place looks nothing like that Yasogami High I attended, the building seems strangely familiar as I run through it. Okay, so it's not like the school, one-to-one that is. Teddy has appeared on the monitor in the music room. From the looks of things, he appeared to be behind what was happening. But I'd heard Risei's voice over the school's PA system before my fight with Yosuke. If this school works anything like the real one, I can make a good guess as to where Teddy and Risei are.
It might be the announcement room.
But of course, things aren't that easy. Those invisible walls keep getting in my way wherever I go. It seems that some of these walls don't let anybody through, no matter if they won or lost their fights. Every single time I run into one, I'm forced to take another path. It's like my route is already set for me.
I feel like I'm being led somewhere.
I stop for a moment in the hallway out of the practice building and mutter to myself while I take a look around. Where are they trying to lead me? That moment.
You there! You're one of them participants in that there Grand Prix thing, right?
What the hell? A voice that I don't recognize at all breaks me from my reverie. I instinctively jump back and draw my sword in surprise. That is a new voice. Is someone from New York here? What the hell?
Whoa, whoa, whoa! What's the big idea? You could poke someone's eye out swinging that thing around.
You sound like the bunny from, what's that anime? Jesus, that new anime, that bunny from Rabbituza from that new anime about, the MMORPG. What the hell is that called? Jesus Christ. But goddamn, you have such an accent. That is heavy. I turn and see a girl that I've never seen before. What was she part of that crowd? No, she looks like a real person. She was caught by surprise when I suddenly pointed my weapon at her. Although she flinches, her words don't lose any of their intensity. How bold of her. That may seem like an odd thing to say, but it was suddenly what crossed my mind. But this girl doesn't seem to have any intention of attacking me. I sheathed my sword but remain cautious.
Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you.
Sorry ain't gonna cut it. What were you gonna do if you hurt one of the students here, huh?
Are you a normal student that just got thrown into the TV world or what?
You can't go pulling that stuff without student council approval. All right, the jig is up. I'm putting the kibosh on this tournament right now.
Wait, are you the student council?
Hey, wait, hold on a second. I'm not in this because I want to be. I'm trying to stop the tournament.
The reason she got a Boston accent is because they got no other way of portraying a Kansai accent. It's so funny. I'm trying to act non-threatening, but the girl continues to glare at me. Who in the world is this girl? She's wearing a Yasogami High uniform. She said something about the student council, but I don't recognize her. You don't encounter people here in this world that often. If a person is here, then they're either a Persona user or a shadow.
Wait, did you fall inside a TV?
That's right. I might have to put it a little different, but if she can't enter a TV by herself, the only possibility is that someone threw her in. That was what was happening in the murders from last year.
Inside a TV? What kind of nonsense is that?
Nonsense? You mean like your accent? She's not aware of it. But if she was a Persona user, I don't see why she'd hide that fact. If she's trying to keep that from me, then she wouldn't have come to talk to me like this. Then does that mean she's a victim after all? I carefully choose my words to avoid provoking the girl and introduce myself. She's Boston, leave her be? True. Boston, Massachusetts over here.
I'm Yu Narukami. I was a second year at Yasogami High until last year.
Huh? Last year? But that uniform.
Oh no, this is kind of my usual equipment when I'm in the TV world.
She likes baseball and shit, leave her be. The Boston Red Sox fan over here.
Equipment?
Never mind. Forget it.
Well, if you were only around till last year, I ain't gonna blame you for not knowing.
Do you like my Boston accent?
I'm the new student council president. Nice meeting you.
Do you find it weird that there are a bunch of barriers that are precluding you from going places and a bunch of invisible people and random cameras all over the hallways, lady? The student council president. If I'm remembering correctly, the student council elections should have taken place just before the holidays. I have no knowledge who won any of those elections since I'd left Inaba before they took place. That reminds me, I didn't have any friends on the student council last year either. This girl may very well be the president, no reason to not believe her. Do you find it weird that you have a Boston accent? Apparently she doesn't, so.
Now it's your turn to spill. You said you ain't in the tournament because you wanna be.
Yeah, I hopped into the TV and then it turned black and then now we're here, so.
Then what are you doing here? And what's this tournament about in the first place?
I'm walking here. I'm walking here, man. I feel that if I don't explain things very clearly to her, it will only provoke her further. But trying to tell her everything about what's going on here will only confuse her. That's New York? True. Conflicting accents. I leave out the fact that this place is inside the television and tell her about the other things that are going on. First, I tell her about Teddy, that a friend of mine is likely the one who set this tournament up. Second, that I encountered some of my friends who were dragged into this world as well, but they were acting strangely. And third, that my cousin Nanako, still in an elementary school, may have been dragged into this mess. The girl calling herself the student council president seems skeptical while I'll talk, but eventually she sighs.
So if I got this right, you didn't start this, but your friend did.
That's right.
Well, you don't seem like you're lying.
Thank you, Boston. It seems that she's somehow grasped the gist about what I was trying to say. I thank her out of politeness, but she laughs and asks why I'm thanking her. There's still one more difficult task left at hand. How do I make her understand that this is all within another world, one accessed by going through a TV screen? Man, if she doesn't find all of this scenery weird, if she's a normal student from Yasogami, then, I mean, I don't know, she's oblivious to everything. I don't know what to tell you. She still appears to be energetic, but it doesn't change the fact that she's in danger. I have to get her out of this world no matter what. Let's go look!
I ought to tell you to go home, but I get that you're worried about your sis. Come on, let's go check it out.
Gotta love the random ass camera equipment back there. Yeah, look, there's like a camera on the floor and then a second camera hanging off the ceiling for some reason. Man, this tournament's got the goddamn NASA budget. Jesus Christ. We both start running at the same time. I reach my full running speed when something occurs to me. I'm surprised to see that Miss President is keeping the pace right beside me. Just standing still in this world would be strenuous for a normal person, but she doesn't even seem out of breath. I think she's a shadow who lost her memory like Teddy or something like that. She's quite impressive. I take a moment to quietly praise the girl running next to me. They got the budget for infinite hallways too. True. What in the 7 shades of shit? Well, someone did a horrible job of cleaning up the gym. Jesus Christ, they can't stack the chairs properly. What the fuck is wrong with them? Jesus Christ, someone didn't want to clean up the gym. All right, we burst into the gym where all the noise came from, but there's no one here. Instead, we see huge piles of stacked chairs. They're twisted and intertwined everywhere on the open floor of the gym, forming huge towers that reach almost to the ceiling.
What is this? Who'd go to all this trouble?
The girl stares up at the chair, seemingly dumbfounded. Suddenly, the monitors in the gym flicker to life. As I expected, Teddy appears again in that costume. I'm walking here, man.
Oh, are you on a hot date, Sensei?
Yes.
Well, that's fine with me, of course. But shouldn't you keep your mind on the fighting?
No, I'm Chad.
Whoa, you look so mortified. That's the face I was hoping to see.
Teddy, you're so gonna get punched by the end of this game. I think you've done like 4 bear puns already. He's not saying anything completely straight, but he's obviously hinting that he knows I'm worried about Nanako. Teddy, Sensei, is she from Boston? How'd she get here? Questions we will never get the answer to. I know that saving Nanako is important, but I can't leave Miss President here alone and abandon her to this world either. Still, I feel Teddy's words causing me to doubt myself. And Miss President raises her voice.
Hey, you! You're the ringleader of this mess, aren't you? What's the idea? Raising a ruckus like this without running it by the student council. Pack it in and clean all this up already.
She speaks as fast and clearly as she had when I first met her. After getting a clear look at her, I feel like I've come to realize where she gets her courage from. She truly wishes to protect her school. Her strong awareness of her duty is surpassing her fear. But Teddy on the monitor looks annoyed and sneers at Miss President. It's incredibly detestable. I can't believe that Teddy can even make such a malicious expression.
What's that tiny thing?
That's malicious?
In the middle of an important conversation with Sensei.
That's the least malicious I've ever seen Teddy's face, to be quite honest.
A yappy little mutt like you should be muzzled and sit in the corner.
Damn, okay, that's the most roastiest roast I've ever heard Teddy give someone, so.
Sit, puppy, sit.
Teddy hates people from Boston? Understandable. He has absolutely no intent of dealing with her seriously. Miss President turns bright red in humiliation from being brushed off like that. This is enough. I take a step forward to put myself between the monitor and Miss President. Leave this to me.
I'll take it from here. It's all right. There's nothing to worry about.
Miss President's lips are trembling. She must be angry, and there's nothing she can do by herself. Teddy, would you like it if she gave you a hot dog? I'm from Boston. I want a hot dog. Hot dog. All right. I don't want to anger. I don't want that anger to be in vain, so I turn to face Teddy on the monitor.
That was pretty harsh, Teddy. Hard to believe a womanizer like you would say such things.
Huh. What's so attractive about a shameless liar like her?
A liar?
Liar? You know something about her?
The way he said that makes it sound like if there's some history between the two of them. But as usual, he doesn't bother to give any details in his answers.
Sensei, your opponent's getting tired of waiting for you.
Hot dog, I'm selling hot dog.
With the next
Noise.
challenger, come on down.
Alright, who's next? After that line, another cloud of smoke rises from the floor. But this time, it is Yukiko who appears. Okay, I'm expecting some foul shit to come out of her mouth.
What's the matter?
It's nothing. Are you all right? Has anything odd happened to you?
What? No, I don't think so.
Yukiko seems to alarmed to see me in a defensive posture. I feel my shoulders relax in relief as I shift my weight to stand normally. Yukiko? It seems that she hadn't been affected like Yosuke had. I didn't think I'd be that tense though. Now that that's the Yukiko I remember, she's as sharp as always, exactly when we need her. If she's not being confused, then I can immediately ask for her help. I try to explain what I need from her.
Nanako might be in here. I'm heading to the announcement room where Teddy is. I need you to protect this girl from me. She might be a victim of all this.
I motion towards Miss President, standing next to me. Yukiko looks at me in surprise. I don't blame her though. But what Yukiko said next was even more surprising.
Why do I have to do that? It's not like I know her or anything.
Honestly, kinda based, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna help her because I don't know her? Is that really what she's saying? Based. I can understand that she might be cautious when meeting someone for the first time, but would Yukiko really think that way? It's got to be the same as with Yosuke, the same uncanny sense of wrongfulness coming back to me when I hear Yukiko speak.
Yukiko, not you too.
Yukiko also hates people from Boston, apparently.
Calm down and listen to me. Can you understand what I'm saying?
She is not all for the hot dogs.
Huh? What are you saying all of a sudden?
Yukiko would stab the student council president and be like, haha, whoops, yep,
I
apparently.
can hear you clearly. What did you mean by you too?
When I try to question her, Yukiko's expression returns to normal. I can't tell anymore. She doesn't look like she's being controlled by someone. Am I overthinking this too much? At the very least, she doesn't seem enthusiastic about this P1 Grand Prix.
This is probably a trick the enemy is playing on us. They're trying to get us to fight each other. I'll say it one more time, Yukiko. I'd like you to protect this girl from me.
Sorry, but I don't know how to put this. It just feels like you're being really selfish.
Alright, that's not Yukiko. Just kick her ass already.
You always help people who have nothing to do with you, and I admire that. But where does that leave us? It's always your friends who get put in danger because of your self-centeredness.
I feel like that's maybe like 30% true. But I make up for it because I'm the protagonist, baby. Alright, I'm used to hearing her voice, but her words are scathing. I'm convinced now. There's no obvious change in her attitude like there had been with Yosuke, but something must be warping Yukiko's words too. Her words may seem like a sound argument, but she means something else. Yukiko and her weed smoking? She hasn't had a laughing fit yet, so she's not normal. I don't care if someone who isn't related to me gets hurt. That's definitely not something Yukiko would say. The real Yukiko would never say something that disrespects the value of life in that way. Don't be deluded. Whatever happened to Yosuke is happening to Yukiko too. I don't understand the details, but Yukiko hasn't had a complete change of heart.
Yukiko.
What the? You can?
Time to kick some ass. When I draw my sword, Miss President quickly tries to stop me, but I can't answer her right now. If a battle will clear up this pointless misunderstanding between us, then the time to fight is now.
Ooh, now that's our senpai. You'll show no mercy, not even to a girl if it's for your own goals.
Rise, why is your skin a little green? You good?
You're a real bastard with a sister complex. Keep it up and bring them all down.
What if I said I had a Rise complex too? Would you let me win? I ignore the taunts being delivered in Rise's voice. Even if our words aren't getting through to each other, we have to fight without understanding what's going on. We'll come to an understanding later. I have to believe, both myself and my friends. I hold my sword to the side to protect Miss President, who's standing behind me.
Sorry, but you need to stay back. Whatever you see here, try to stay calm. Promise me you won't run away.
What happens next will probably surprise her greatly, but I doubt Miss President will run away. She's already shown me how strong her determination is. I glance over my shoulder. Although she looks worried, she still gives me a slight nod of agreement. Now's the time to do this. I must end this as quickly as possible. I concentrate all my senses to summon my strength of heart, my persona Izanagi. If I allow myself to go easy on Yukiko, she will surely defeat me. Yukiko smiles faintly and takes her battle stance. She resisted the idea of protecting Miss President, but she seems to have no qualms whatsoever about fighting me. There's definitely something else controlling her. That's still such a confusing ass name. Konohana Sakuya. Yukiko's black hair forms gracefully. Yukiko's black hair forms gracefully arcs in the air as her persona Konohana Sakuya rises behind her. Jesus Christ, that was a sentence. That's right, the usual Yukiko would have a beautiful heart like this. Wait for me. I will save you. Okay. Alright, it's time. It's time for some equal lefts and equal rights, I guess. Because we Chad that way.
Final. Fight.
Ouch.
Izunat, persona. Izunat.
All right. Jesus Christ, that was something. Jesus Christ, I almost died. You can also check the command menu if you want to do something fancy. Actually, you know what? Hold on.
The winner is you!
Based. I didn't do much fancy. Hold on, let me see. Let's do this again.
Final. Fight.
Command list. Big gamble. Lightning flash. Thunder God dance. What the fuck? Oh my god, she's kicking my ass. Help, Izanagi. Holy shit, she's got the range attacks. Holy fuck, bro. Alright. Oh, is that my SP on the bottom left? Okay, so that's what they mean by SP. I get it. She broke my persona.
Final. Fight.
I think they could both use a decisive hit. Away with you!
How do I do a...
I'll show you man's potential.
What?
How do I do that command list? That's 150. I'm definitely not. 50. When awakened? Only when awakened. What does that mean? I don't get what that means. When a character's eyes appear on the screen. Oh. Okay, I think I... Is it better to...
Final. Fight.
Is it better to use the directional pad?
I'll show you.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck? Man, I suck. I can't keep up with the attacks.
Final.
Persona! Stay away! Persona! Please hit!
To a very one-sided battle.
Enough!
Nice. Where will they go from here?
This is it!
Push on. Is the opponent meeting their moves?
Please hit! This is it!
Izunagi! Izunagi!
This is getting serious.
Closing in!
Okay, that was a grab.
Stay away! Down, be persistent. Up your corner now.
What?
Now,
Izunagi! What? Persona!
Excuse me!
Persona!
Fuck, what was that? What does it mean by... Oh, okay. I think I get it. Okay. So that's like a U motion, not a side motion. Okay. I've been trying to figure out what the hell the command menu means. So that's what it means. I was thinking that they wanted me to like flick the stick sideways, but they want me to like flip it in a U motion and then hit a button. That was something.
The winner is you, Senpai. What an utter thrash.
Not really. My health bar was very fucking slim. Yukiko can't do shit if her persona's broken. You could go for persona breaks. And I'm guessing by attacking the persona itself.
Animosity! These cocky, self-righteous friends showing how they really feel by beating the crap out of each other. That's the real thrill of the P1 Grand Prix!
I don't care to hear the voices of Teddy's jests. I still have reservations about fighting against my friends, but I know that there's no other way to save them. I'm resolved to do what must be done. Also, there's no knowing if Teddy and Rise have been affected, just like Yosuke and Yukiko had. If they are, then there's no use in trying to talk them through the monitor like this. That's the conclusion I've come to, but Miss President seems to have other ideas.
How much further are you gonna push this? Why are you doing it anyway?
How much further are you gonna push this? I'm from Boston. Boston, Massachusetts. I want my hot dog. I'm pretty sure the more persona cards the characters have, the more they rely on the actual persona for combos and shit. Gotcha.
You guys are friends. What's so much fun about making friends fight each other?
Miss President vents her frustration at Teddy's image on the monitor, but I was a bit surprised at how she worded it. She seemed more upset that she was making friends fight each other, not why he dragged the entire school into this mess. We've only just met, but she's clearly sympathizing with us and understands the pain we're going through. I'm embarrassed, but proud at the same time. A girl with such compassion would be a great student council president. It's no wonder she was elected to represent the student body of Yasogami High.
It's alright. Thanks, though.
It's not all right. This is...
She's still worked up and she lashes out at me. Perhaps her heart is still a little too honest, but her anger sets my mind at ease. She's right. What General Teddy is doing right now cannot be forgiven. I glare at the monitor.
Sorry, but you're not getting your wish.
What?
Did you think this would be all it took to break us apart? That it would make us hate each other? Sorry to say, but that's a huge mistake on your part. I believe in my friends. They'll never get taken in like that.
You're so stupid! What kind of sensei are you?
The best sensei.
I'm warning you now. If you really are Teddy, then we'll get you back to normal no matter what it takes. Even if it costs us our lives.
We got a bully dead again?
But if you're an imposter,
What?
hiding behind Teddy's face, I will make you pay for toying with us.
Teddy scoffs and turns around. The monitor suddenly switches off, suddenly turning on us without any sign of remorse. That's not Teddy at all. No, he's most likely not the real Teddy. Seeing the anger in his face only strengthens my suspicions. Someone must be taking Teddy's form to make it look like he's the one committing these acts.
That girl's come around.
I immediately rushed to Yukiko's side. You alright?
Yukiko, are you alright? I'm sorry I couldn't go easy on you.
No, it's okay. You weren't your usual self, but I could tell by your eyes that there was something going on. I'm sorry too. Did I hurt you?
Yes, you fucked me up like 20 times.
Kinda, yeah. I sure wouldn't want to get into it with you again.
I try to pass it off as a joke and we look at each other and laugh. Things are going to go the same way as they had with Yosuke. It's becoming clear now.
Did I say things that offended you earlier?
Yes. You did.
What did I say? Yukiko hesitates as if she's remembering something that's very difficult. What in the world did my illusion say to her? I bet it was something horrible. Whoever's doing this is certainly finding the most annoying way of getting us to fight. But what I supposedly said to her doesn't matter. Yukiko is still hesitant to bring it up, so I tell her not to worry about it.
I don't need to know what I said. I just wanted to see if my guess was right. It looks like our enemy has the power to confuse our senses. My first opponent was Yosuke, and he told me a similar story after we fought.
Huh? You said something bad to Yosuke-kun too? What did you tell him?
I was bashing on his nurse kink, and honestly, I would fight someone if they were bashing on my nurse kink too, okay?
You sure you want to know?
If I'm the only one admitting to what happened, that's not fair, is it? But that curiosity is in line with the Yukiko I know. I evade the issues with a smile and call out to Miss President who's standing behind us.
What kind of people are you?
We're persona people.
Oh, right. We used our personas.
Yeah, we should at least explain to her what's going on.
She did see everything that just happened. This would be a good opportunity to tell her everything. I introduced Miss President and Yukiko to each other and fill in the parts that I left out of my previous explanation. We aren't from Boston. Yeah, that's the true Marvel. We aren't from Boston. Not the personas, it's that we aren't from Boston. And we don't know what hot dogs are. I tell her about my personas. I tell her that we're actually in the world inside the television. And I tell her how the scenery here changes according to the hearts of the people who enter it. She looks doubtful while I'm talking, but considering that she's just seen our personas only moments ago, she doesn't immediately deny it. Still, it seems that she can't accept it at all either. She crosses her arms as if lost in thought. On the other hand, it seems that Yukiko doesn't know that Yasogami High had a new student council president either. Yukiko apologizes for not having paid attention to the elections in April.
And that's it in
Apologies, yes.
So, that's what you meant by falling into a TV.
Yeah, which makes me believe this school could be a part of your mind that's materialized.
This school came for me? I'm not surprised. Why is it different this time around, though? Usually the victim's shadow appears first.
Maybe she is the shadow. A confused shadow like Teddy that forgot her memory. That's right, I had doubts about that too. There's a reason why it's dangerous for people who can't use their personas to enter this world. Besides the obvious reasons, such as not being able to escape and being unable to protect themselves from shadow, a person's shadow separates from them. The shadows that split off are strongly attached to the original people that they came from and will try to harm them in order to become independent entities. I need to sneeze so bad. Alright, good thing I have a sneeze button. I hadn't given it much thought since Miss President seems so energetic, but it's still possible that this has happened to her as well. I put this together with a conversation I had with Teddy a moment ago and come to a conclusion.
Teddy who's hosting this tournament. What if he's actually this girl's shadow?
Oh, wow. Big brain, Jesus Christ.
Huh?
I noticed he got agitated when I called him an imposter. The fake Teddy would mean he's someone else using Teddy's form.
I see. If this place reflects Miss President's heart, her shadow must be here. And right now, the strongest candidate is...
That's right. If we both saw an illusion, then the very least, the enemy has the power to deduce or delude our senses to make us see and hear things that weren't there. On top of that, it can alter what others hear us say and see us do. If it can do that, then it can easily see that our enemy can use that power to change its appearance as well. That means it could be impersonating Teddy and leading the tournament. That still leaves the question as to why it would take on the appearance of someone it doesn't know. Confusion, that's why. I've seen shadows in the past that took on bizarre appearances, but this is the first time I've seen one impersonate an existing person. Well, Teddy isn't a person, technically speaking. Bro has no human rights, so... Does this shadow have some kind of objective? When I come to my senses, I see that Miss President has turned pale and is staring down at the ground. All this talk of shadows in another world doesn't seem to be reaching her, but she seems troubled at the thought that she might be causing all this trouble. I'm about to tell her that those are the actions of her shadow, and they aren't her fault. But Miss President rises to her feet.
I'm gonna check out the announcement room.
Me too.
That General Teddy's behind the whole shebang, right? And if he came from me, then I gotta own up to the responsibility. As student body president, I can't let this go.
You are taking this extremely well. It must be because you're a person from Boston, you know?
Wait, you're being reckless. We'll take care of the shadow. You need to...
What? Get out of this TV world? And how am I supposed to do that? Go on. Show me the door.
Well...
Her eyes are filled with the fires of determination, just as they had been when I first met her. Her sense of responsibility and her awareness of her duties say that she will never back down. Never back down, never what?
And you're gonna go save her, right? I might not be as strong as the two of you, but I'm no slouch in a fight. Wouldn't it be better if we went together?
No. Don't you understand? This world is...
Wouldn't it be better if we went together?
I know
Sorry,
it's dangerous.
accent.
But there's gotta be something only I can do to help. Hell, that aside, I can't leave after causing so much trouble. Making friends fight each other.
People from Boston are made different, true.
I'm going on ahead. You don't want to waste time arguing, yeah?
The accent amplifies their power by a factor of 20. Miss President declares this in a voice that brooks no argument and takes off running. Yikes, I wasn't expecting her to behave rashly like this. I remember how fast she can run. If I'm gonna go after her, I need to go at once or I'll lose her.
Please, you have to go after her.
Yukiko sees me hesitate and knows exactly what to say. She's right. There's so much we don't understand, but there's no way the investigation team can let the victim run off to die. Yukiko ignores the fact that I'll be leaving her alone and tells me to follow the girl she's only just met. This is the exact opposite of her behavior she's been displaying before the fight. Now, this is the Yukiko Amagi I know. I'm ashamed that I had even slightly let myself be confused by the way I had heard her speak before I answered her. I'll come back for you no matter what.
I believe in you.
Because I'm the best. Yukiko nods to me and I turn and begin running as fast as I can. I have to rely on faint echoes of footsteps ahead to pursue Miss President through the school. I can't use my memories of the school in order to navigate because the invisible walls are everywhere, but the announcement room is upstairs. That obviously limits the paths that she can take. I will catch up with her no matter what. She hasn't even won a single fight. How's she going through all the other barriers that I can go through, but Yukiko and Yosuke can't? Why is she allowed to go through all the barriers when she hasn't fought anybody? I've been running after Miss President for a while, but I still can't catch sight of her. She's so fast, it's almost supernatural. I even begin to think that her path may not be hindered by the invisible walls. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Wait a second. Now that I think about it, she's not a participant in the P1 Grand Prix. She didn't appear in the introduction video, even though she'd been there when I faced off with Yukiko and she wasn't affected by the rules. Could she be able to walk through these walls? If so, then catching up with her will be quite difficult. Just as I'm thinking this, suddenly a blue door appears in my path. Okay. I've seen this before. This is the entrance to the budget room. Thanks, Margaret. I don't have time to deal with this, or so I think, but when I consider the timing of its appearance, I can't help but feel that there must be a reason for it. I make up my mind and reach for the door. As I walk through the door, I feel a slight sense of lightheartedness and close my eyes reflexively. When I open my eyes, I'm seated in my usual position, and Margaret is smiling quietly at me as if nothing is different. Do we need these Margaret intermissions? I love Margaret as much as the next person, but my god, you don't need to appear after every single fight. You really don't need to. When she sees that I've noticed her, she speaks as if aware of my impatience.
You seem flustered, but time has no meaning here.
Margaret politely points this out, knowing that I'm in a hurry. Time is meaningless, huh? I thought I had figured out a few things about this room, but it seems that there's still more for me to learn about it. If time doesn't pass while I'm in this room, then I should concentrate on what she's about to tell me. Once again, as if reading my thoughts, Margaret smiles.
It seems you've emerged victorious and have come away with a piece of the truth.
At least Marie isn't also here to throw infinite poems at us. Honestly, that would be more entertaining.
Though you are in a garden of deceit, you have the vision to go forward. Very impressive.
Is that student council president's shadow really the cause of all this then?
Who can say? All I know is that you are getting ever closer to the truth. There is one thing I can tell you.
Margaret's golden eyes are fixed on mine.
If that girl's shadow is the cause of this misfortune, she will face her trial.
Oh yeah!
But it's separate from your fate.
Wait a second, the Velvet Room attendants have golden eyes, huh? Are they shadows? I'm so curious. Are they... I feel like there's some kind of like shadow entity or something, since they're residents of this other world, right? Interesting. I've never thought about that before.
You have your own trial to overcome. Keep that to heart.
My own trial?
I don't mean to, but I repeat what Margaret had just said.
Everyone sees various things in you that draw them to you. Salvation, hope. I myself find fascination in watching over you. Fate may not be the author of your trials, but you are destined to be tested.
Margaret smiles mischievously and nods towards me. Okay, thanks for the inspirational speeches, I guess. Another slight feeling of lightheartedness passes and I return to the otherworldly school. The blue door is nowhere to be found, as if it had never been there to begin with. I look up. I still don't understand what my own trial is supposed to be, but for some reason my mind has cleared up a bit. Oh my god. How long is each profile gonna be? I feel like I'm gonna go crazy. Is each of these gonna be like 5 hours? Could you imagine? In any case, I need to keep chasing after Miss President. And now I immediately see a recognizable feature with her long ponytail. I found her.
Wait! It's too dangerous to go alone.
Miss President turns around in response to my voice. She's smiling. I wasn't expecting that at all.
Calling me impressed that you managed to catch up to me so quick.
This calmness. Had she expected that I would follow her? I'm beginning to feel like she's toying with me. But I understand now. Nothing I say to her will change her mind. There's no helping it then.
Promise me that you won't leave my side. And you can't do anything rash. If you can't agree to those terms, I'll have to force you into protective custody. This is a matter of life and death for you.
Sure thing. Then let's get to that announcement room together.
What a romantic sentence, you. Forcefully put you into protective custody. I thought that I'd be able to keep her in check by saying that her life was in danger, but she didn't seem to make any notice. She just shrugged and accepted my proposal. She's quite hard to deal with. I'm not sure if she knows how I'm feeling, but she speaks up.
Mind if I ask you something?
What is it?
There's a moment of silence. Just as I was about to ask her to go on, Miss President continues.
It's tough, being forced to fight your friends, huh?
I would say so, yeah.
Oh, sorry. You don't gotta answer.
Where are you gonna put her? In the Velvet Room. She must still be thinking about my fight with Yukiko. True, I'm slightly hesitant to talk about any of this, but it's a question that must be answered. That's how it feels to me.
You're right. If I could avoid it, I would, but I believe in my friends.
You mean your friends won't hate you after the fight? Or you think they'll understand that you don't really want to fight?
I don't know. Both, maybe. I mean, there's no way we'd fight each other without some kind of reason.
Will she believe that answer? I study Miss President's face, but when she opens her mouth, she has an unexpectedly gloomy look in her eye.
What if you had to kill each other?
That's something. Kill each other. I truly hadn't anticipated that question. I'm caught off guard by how I hadn't even considered it. Ma'am, this is Persona, not Danganronpa. It's true that there's no guarantee that this General Teddy won't suddenly decide to make us fight each other to the death on a whim. Didn't he say that we actually had to fight each other to the death during the first fight?
Huh. Sorry, that was probably over the line. I don't know why I said that.
Do friends in Boston have to kill each other? Maybe, you know, maybe.
I wouldn't let it happen.
Even if I was forced into such a situation, I would never follow that order. That's all I can say right now. But after hearing my answer, Miss President cast her eyes down again. Chie's VA is also one of the voices of Junko's personality. Damn. Based. I guess there's a little bit of Junko and Chie. After seeing that behavior, how do I put this, feel a sense of incongruity. Why could that be? Something doesn't feel like her. It feels like she might have gone through some shit in the past or something. Feels like this is probably all her shadow's doing now that I'm listening to her some more, you know? Alright, could Miss President be carrying some unimaginable burden that she has yet to confide in us? Is it so heavy that she would ask the question of me? Speaking of which, if General Teddy does turn out to be her shadow, what does that mean about whatever repressed thoughts she truly has? Suddenly, it seems that her courageous and cheerful demeanor are a mirror image of that, and a slight sense of fear chills my spine. My thoughts race through my head while we walk down the hallway. Whoa, there's the barrier.
What are you doing?
I thought I broke my nose for a moment. It's that invisible wall again. Even though I should have been expecting them, I relaxed my guard and walked right into one. I hold my nose and wave away Miss President, who looks concerned.
There's an invisible wall. I don't think I can go through here.
Junko has 2 VAs depending on the sprite she's doing. Gotcha.
An invisible wall? Oh, that must have been why you broke out of the mime act every now and then. Well, if I can pass through, it must only be blocking the tournament fighters. This world sure is out there.
This president walks right through the place I had bumped into. Is there another fight? That must be the case. As I'd imagine, President isn't affected by these walls. Is it because she's not one of the fighters in the Grand Prix? Of course, if General Teddy really is her shadow, then maybe the normal rules don't apply to her. The entrance of the school building is ahead of us, but perhaps worst of all is that the wall I had just walked into is blocking me from reaching there. I'll just have to find some other way. No, there are walls here too. And the same can be said for the direction towards the entrance. A thought crosses my mind as I check back the way we had come. It's as I thought. Another invisible wall has formed where I had just passed, and I can't go back. With walls in every direction, there's nowhere to go. I'm trapped. And if I can't go anywhere, this can only mean one thing.
Be careful. This probably means
another fighter. The moment I call out to Miss President, General Teddy appears on the monitor. It means my third round in the P1 Grand Prix is about to begin. Let's get ready to rumble! Sorry.
You're still using that form?
WWE, baby.
Old. Why don't you just show your true self?
I like how those are the same stairs where all of the social links corner you when you are available in P4. True. I
don't have any idea what you're talking about.
Getting sick and tired of your shit, General Teddy. I was intentionally trying to rile him up, but he wasn't falling for it. It looks like I'm not going to get him to reveal anything that way. I quickly changed tactics.
Okay. Ooh, now you're getting into the spirit of things. Let me guess, you're starting to enjoy beating up your friends? Okay, with the next challenger, come on down!
Who is it? The general doesn't pick up on my intention and loudly yells out what appears to be his pre-battle catchphrase. Smoke pours out, and the one who should appear from the smoke, but the person I was expecting to see. 4 of us entered the TV world together. I have already fought against Yosuke and Yukiko, and then...
That's what I thought. You're the last of us after all.
No, that's a game by Naughty Dog by Sony.
Yeah, I had a feeling you'd be next too.
Also, it's Meat Woman. She laughs along with me. Big Green. Man, I really love that abridged series. Team 4-star, baby. Team 4-star. And I think you mean Little Green. After all, I'd felt the same way when I encountered Yukiko too. But as they say, the third time's the charm. I have to see if Chie's in her right mind. I decided that the best way to do that is to be calm and start a conversation with her.
Chie, you know what they're doing, right?
Before I can begin to explain, Chie cuts me off.
Yeah, I know. The
Chie is
stuff we
Big
say
Green.
gets twisted around, so we end up fighting each other, right?
Who's Little Green? Also, damn, she knows.
Don't worry. You're the son of a bitch who left us as soon as the last case ended, but you're still our good friend.
Damn! What the fuck?
I mean, you have it easy. You're just fighting your friends.
What?
I had to keep killing over and over, all because of you humans!
Okay, that is definitely not Chie. So is President Shadow speaking vicariously through everybody? Is that what's happening? These are her emotions, not theirs. Now this is obvious. Chie is clearly not herself. It's so blatant her words don't even offend me at all. Moreover, it's not just out of character, but Chie would never say anything like that. And you humans? That's as good as confessing that you're not human. Oh right, carnivore was it? This president is watching over us from nearby. She looks more dumbfounded than worried. Man, they do crazy things in Boston if they are killing people. Yeah, you know? Got them Bostonian gangs up there. What Chie said at the end caught my attention. I had to keep killing over and over.
More stuff about killing, huh? Miss President was talking about it earlier, too. This must be.
For Shadow.
It hurts. It hurts. Hurts. I'll give you a taste of the pain they put me through!
Bro, I didn't do anything. She's not even trying to sound like Chie anymore. I can't even begin to understand what she's talking about. But if a Shadow is intentionally making people say these things, what does this mean about Miss President? Killing each other? All because of humans? So either she's a Shadow, or she's a cyborg, or she's a fucking bug monster. Who fucking knows? I don't know. Human experimentation, it sounds like. So a guinea pig? Who knows? What kind of secret past could the new student council president of Yasogami High be harboring? Now's not the time for this. I'll have to look into this after we've cleared up the confusion between us.
Let's do this, Chie.
I ignore her words and draw my sword. Immediately, Risei's voice echoes through the area as if she was waiting for this.
Well, round 3 of the P1 Grand Prix already. Word on the street is that the carnivore may have a slight advantage. Will you, Senpai, all talk and no skill, manage to eke out a win this time? Let's get this show on the road. Ready?
Okay, time to get my ass kicked. Alright, honestly, if you found a piece of paper and just wrote down, I know you are hearing me saying bad stuff, it isn't real. Well, it's too bad he doesn't have a piece of paper on him, so take that. Alright, time to get my butt whooped.
Finally. Fight!
Holy fuck! Bro!
Not enough.
Is enough. Not bad.
Easy mark.
Not bad.
You take it. Judge.
Push on through. Looks like they're finally
All right. Jesus Christ.
Until next time.
She has the Tekken moves. But luckily, she's all about the physical moves, so I could block her most of the time. Okay. Also, for some reason in this game, Chie uses water and not ice. I guess water is just unfrozen ice, so... I've won. I lower my sword and begin to slow my breathing. I don't believe I've injured Chie too badly. Considering this was my 3rd time having to do this, I feel like I'm acting pretty good at not having seriously wounded people in a fight.
Wipe that smug look off your face. This isn't fun at all.
It's fun for me. General Teddy has seen that the fights ended without any injuries and spits his words through the monitor. Yes, yes. The image on the monitor then disappears without anything further. Let him say whatever he wants. I fought all the friends I came into the TV with, and none of them are hurt. All that's left is to head to the announcement room and make sure Nanako is safe. and then we'll be able to go home. I walk over to Chie and help her up off the ground. She comes back to her senses and she seems a little sheepish. Man, you were no challenge at all. Man, what the fuck is this? That's such a fucking dick thing to say. Jesus Christ. Dark you over here. Jesus Christ. Anybody else we can fight? Maybe. Maybe it's just gonna be the 4 people we came in here with. Are the 4 other people the other profiles I have to play, maybe? Who knows? Be an ass and leave. True.
I think so. Man, you're strong. I'm kind of shocked at how much of a difference there is between us.
I need to play all the tutorials so that I could fight better. Look who's talking. I've never been kicked around so badly in my life. I'll wait for Chie to reach her feet and then tell her everything that's happened up to this point.
So the others are safe too? What a relief. I was pretty worried.
Chie is so relieved that she sits down on the floor once more. I can't help but smile at the reaction. She really does care about her friends. Yeah, these are the people I believe in. Seeing us exchanging smiles like nothing was wrong, Miss President sounds perplexed when she speaks up.
You guys really are tight, aren't you? Makes me jealous.
Even though you're from Boston, you can also have friends. Alright?
Well, we did spend a whole lot of time together last year because of that case. Sure, I was surprised to hear such weird stuff coming from him, but I know he'd never say any of that to me. Wait a sec. Who are you?
She's Boston. Oh, I forgot about that. I quickly introduce Miss President and tell Chie that she may be a victim of this case. But Chie looks again at Miss President suspiciously.
Huh? The student council president? You mean ours? That doesn't seem right. I remember the new president being a guy.
What are you saying? I'm the student council president. Who else would I be?
I'm pretty sure, though. Maybe if you told me your name, I'd remember.
My name?
Miss President stops moving. Oh. What's going on? Does she not remember her own name? She can't tell us her name? That's not a strange question, is it? But for some reason, Miss President seems unable to answer. I sense some kind of incoherent melancholy from her. Melancholy, not melancholy. Let's call her Laura? Nah, she doesn't look like a Laura. She and I share a tense glance.
My name's...
What's wrong?
My memories. No, I don't want to fight anymore. Why do we have to kill one another?
Uh-oh. Another side game where the goddamn memories of one of the characters is fucked up, so now everything is because of that. So basically, this is essentially Persona 4 dancing, except that this character lost her memories and is causing all this bullshit with her shadow this time. Fantastic. Are you Megamind that you pronounce melancholy like that? I guess so. I'm big brain after all. Kill one another. I gasp when I hear the words fall from her mouth. I don't know what's crossing her mind right now, but she's definitely not acting normal. I glance at Chie, then try to approach Miss President in hopes of calming her down. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh. Whoa. Wait. What just happened? Without warning, Miss President begins flailing her arms as if trying to ward off demons that only she can see. Chie reaches out and touches her in concern. Miss President's arm catches Chie and easily knocks her aside. Why is Adachi's theme playing? Oh yeah. What power? I barely managed to catch Chie before she slams into the concrete wall. Jesus Christ, how goddamn tough did she throw her at the wall? With what force did she toss her towards the wall? Jesus fucking Christ. It's not Adachi's theme? Yes, it is. Or his dungeons theme, rather. His dungeons theme. My bad. Still, this sudden breakdown. What in the world has happened to Miss President? Once I've helped Chie back to her feet, we carefully approached her from both sides. This will be a little rough, but it can't be helped. We can't ask her anything while she's like this. But at the moment...
What?
No way.
Before I know it, Miss President is flying through the air? Like, actually flying? She was jumping. Oh. For a moment, I can't comprehend what I'm seeing. This is no ordinary leap. She was at a standstill, but now her entire body is suddenly up higher than my head. Her jumping ability is unbelievable. Okay, so she's a fucking robot then. Calling it right now. Chi and I look up in astonishment as Miss President kicks off the ceiling to change directions and lands at a full run. Oh, she's a fucking robot. she's a robot or a cyborg. Literally the only explanation. They got robots in Boston? They do! It's one of them Boston Dynamics robots. The ones that made the dog. What the dog doing?
Wow. Who is that girl? Did I say something to offend her? She did mention something about her memories.
Come to think of it, her memories did seem a little muddled. Maybe she was on the verge of getting them back.
Let's kick her off?
What kind of memory would make her go nuts and run away like that?
A memory of killing people? Or killing each other? Something like that? I can't answer Chie at all. What if you had to kill each other? I hear Miss President's sad voice in my head. Chie apparently wasn't expecting me to answer her, and she continues.
I'll wait here. Make sure you rescue her, okay?
Her voice is strong and confident. To drive the point home, she spoke. She pokes my chest with her fingers as if ordering me. Even though she might be in danger herself, she's still worrying about others. Although my friends are like that. That makes me real happy right now. I ask if Chie if she'll be alright on her own. She fires back, let me worry about that. I nod to her and begin running after Miss President once more. I will save her no matter what. Boston Dynamics going crazy if they are making robots kill stuff. Maybe in secret, baby, maybe in secret. Even though I was running as fast as I could, the invisible walls keep preventing me from making much headway. I love endless hallways, my favorite. I attempted to strike at the walls with my persona, but nothing happened.
So many invisible walls, one after another. Miss President can pass through them. I don't know if I can keep up the pursuit.
The announcement room's still my destination. There's no way to know if that's where Miss President is headed as well, but if there's a shadow waiting for me there, I still need to get there anyway. Teddy and Rise should be in the announcement room, and if Nanako is being held captive, that's where she'd be as well. I have to keep running, but yet another wall blocks the way. At first, I think that this is a dead end. I realize that I can cut through the classroom and come out on the other side of the wall. It's forcing me to enter the room rather than letting me go straight. This probably means I brace myself and put my hand on the door. The moment I step inside, a familiar voice echoes in my mind.
Hi. Senpai! Can you hear me? Please answer me!
It's real waifu!
That voice. Is that you, Rise? The real one?
Her voice isn't coming from the PA system. I'm actually hearing it in my head. This has to be the work of Rise's persona. Time for a fun fight? Okay.
Thank goodness. I've been all alone since that weird fake Teddy captured me. And then you were all fighting each other.
How dare he capture my waifu? I can hear the relief in her voice. She sounds so different from the insensitive and rude voice that had been coming from the PA system. This is indeed the Rise I know.
Where are you now, Rise? Can you locate where I am?
I'm sorry, I don't think there's time. I'm stuck in the announcement room. Please, Senpai, you have to hurry. If you don't, he'll...
Rise! What's wrong, Rise?
Alright, it's time to kill shit. There's no answer. The communication has been cut off. Has something happened in the announcement room? My heart begins racing. The enemy made us fight each other as participants in this tournament, but they had captured Rise as well. It's clear to me that they must have been worried about her using persona powers to tell the truth. But that's not something... That's not important right now. If she was just captured to prevent her from contacting us, then the enemy must think of Rise as being less valuable than those who had to fight. She sounded okay, but who knows what might happen to her now. I have to hurry.
Pardon me for interrupting while you are lost in thought.
Is that Aegis? A hand brushes my shoulder. In surprise, I jump away and draw my sword. I can't believe that I let myself get so lost in thought that I didn't notice someone until they touched me. This is the second time I've let myself get so distracted. I've gotten used to having my friends with me while we investigated last year. I can't pay attention to the entire world on my own. I need to brace myself. Oh my god, it's Isis. Isis. It's Aegis. Jesus fucking Christ, my brain. Okay, so why are you here? A girl with blonde hair and striking blue eyes. Wait, a girl? Her face and voice seem human-like, but the rest of her, there's metal everywhere on her body. For a moment, I wonder if this is just an elaborate costume, but I can see the interior framework of her body where her joints connect.
I didn't mean to startle you.
She does have a tie. And she has a collar.
You're,
It's nice to meet you. My name is Aegis. And no, I am not human.
So how'd you get here? In the TV world? And in Inaba?
You are the one from the introduction video, listed as the Sister Complex Kingpin of Steel, Narukami-san, correct?
Correct. Pleasure to meet you, madam. The question catches me off guard. I wasn't expecting a complete stranger to call me that. And did she say she wasn't human? It's, well, when Yosuke called me by that stupid title, I knew it was a joke, but when a stranger says it, it sounds like they truly believe it. Ha! This is pain.
Nanako is important to me, but calling it a complex is stretching things.
She had a collar before, but her bow kind of hides it. Gotcha. No, wait a second. I was trying to play it off, but I ended up blurting out Nanako's name anyway. Calm down. I need to take this conversation away from the subject. I clear my throat and try to start over.
Aika-san, was it? Why are you here?
Our primary objective is the destruction of shadows, but we have come to this world on a different mission.
We, you say?
The destruction of shadows.
She fights shadows, but how can she do that if...
Does that mean...
Yes, I have a persona as well. Though my body is a machine, personas are the strength of the heart after all.
Just as I thought. I'm surprised to find another persona user outside of my group of friends and a robot on top of that. I can't come to grips with all of this. From the way we were talking, it seems like she's just a normal person, only in an interesting suit. True, I've seen stories on the news about robots looking uncannily like real humans, but isn't something like this far beyond those? I can't help but believe the evidence with my own eyes. I mean, I've been hopping in and out of TVs for the past year. Who am I to say what's strange or not? Perhaps the technology behind her creation has supernatural roots of its own. I find myself growing more and more interested in how she came to be here, but I have to put that aside for now. There's something I need to find out from her first. This R1 Grand Prix, P1 Grand Prix, it's so similar to the events of last year, but to think that it would involve someone like her. I don't have a clear picture of everything that's happening, that's for sure. I calm myself, then ask her what I feel would tell me what she's doing in this world. What? Wait a second. I calm myself, then ask her what I feel would tell me what she's doing in this world. Oh,
and what is this
roundabout.
mission of yours?
Can't wait for Koromaru. Beat up the dog. She opens her mouth to respond, but then... The monitor inside the classroom turns on. It's at that moment that I suddenly remember it. It's likely that I'm gonna have to fight here. I'd forgotten about sensing that when I entered the room.
Aha! So that's where you got to, Sensei. I've been looking all over for you. Ooh, who's the honey? Were you in the middle of trying to score with her?
Damn right.
As if you didn't know. You're the one who lured us both here.
Oh my, did you figure it out? I didn't have a choice after those guys decided on their own to horn in on the fun. You're a bright boy, Sensei. You know what's coming next, don't you?
The general on the monitor gives me a twisted smile. Could Aegis-san's mission be something that would cause him trouble? Can't figure out what his motives are, but he's using us to crush each other. In other words, she's the next challenger that's being set against me. Aegis-san seems to understand this as well and is staring at the monitor with a quiet animosity.
Sorry about this. Do you know the rule of this tournament?
Only the victor of each match may move on. Yes?
So Aegis doesn't seem affected by the illusions or whatever. That's cool. Also, yeah, that is a new sprite. She looks more chill, more human-like.
I have nothing against you, but I'm in a hurry for my own reasons.
Neither of us, in other words, can back down. Then there should be no hard feelings.
Aegis-san is refreshingly straightforward about this. She immediately takes a fighting stance. A bitter thought comes to me. It's tough being forced to fight with my friends, but having to hurt someone like that, I don't even know. Having to hurt someone that I don't even know is just as bad. Another thought comes on the heels of that one. I don't know this girl. Perhaps her appearance here means that there are urgent problems that an ordinary student like me can't fathom. What gives me the right to stop her on her mission? Shouldn't I know what's at stake before I take that from her? Thankfully, it seems that she hasn't gone mad like my other friends. Perhaps the enemy doesn't care about clouding the minds of people who don't know each other. If we're still capable of understanding each other, then we should talk this over before we do anything.
That will not do. We will speak more of this after one of us wins.
Aigus says this so quickly as if she's reading my mind. For a moment, I'm struck by how she could have known what I was thinking, but I realize that she's right. What good would it do for us to talk things over? True, the loser cannot leave this room, but until we have a battle, neither of us is gonna go anywhere. It doesn't really matter if we can come to an understanding or not. Until we have our fight, none of our goals are gonna be accomplished. If that's the case, then it's better if we don't hear about each other's problems before we fight. That could be why Aigus-san hadn't told me anything. That must be her vision of kindness. I silently ready my sword. Jesus Christ. Aigus-san appears to have smiled slightly when I did. Right, I'm not going to give up on what I'm fighting for either. I need Nanako and my friends to be safe. And I have to make sure that Miss President's okay. I will use everything I can to protect them. To thank them for their consideration, I make it a point to announce that I'm ready to start the fight.
Here goes. There's no need to hold back.
She shoots paperwork at her job. She has 9 to 5 now that she has a tie-in shirt.
Indeed.
Sure.
Let us do battle.
She works at a fancy schmancy office now. Time to get my butt whooped.
Final.
Ooh.
Fight. Persona.
Heavy damage. Heavy light damage. Firing. Anti-air. Go down. Fire.
Negative penalty.
Oh.
Target locked. Limiters distance. Bramble. Persona. Fire. Bramble. Shoulder system severe. No. No. Heavy damage. Realize sunrise zone. No escape. Air raid. Bramble. Heavy damage. Persona. Fire. Persona.
Oh god, she's got me in a corner.
Guarding. Oh no. Damage. No. Severe impact. No. Here. No. Light damage. No. Persona. Down.
Oh.
Cyber functions. Shutting down.
Oh, that's a dope remix. I like that. She has fucking ammo count and shit. Yeah, well, didn't do her any good. Because I'm getting slowly used to the fight somehow. My combos are getting more manageable. Manageable. Jesus Christ.
Sensei, I know. That hunk of junk was no match for you. Serves you right. Keep suffering. Friend against friend.
How long is each of these character thingies gonna be, Galactic Corgi? Do you know? Because goddamn, it's almost gonna be 3 hours. Not all of them are that worth it, to be honest. Oh my god, 30 to 40 fucking hours? You have to be shitting me. Oh my god. A machine with the power of Persona. She was made to fight shadows, but I had no idea what she was capable of. Not 30 to 40 hours per character, 30 to 40 hours story-wise for all of it. I read. I feel like my mind's been drained even more than my body. It angers me to see that the general is watching over us with an expression of joy as if we were some performers for his amusement. I look up and glare at the monitor.
I don't know why you're making us fight, but we aren't fighting because we hate each other. The reason we can fight is because we respect and trust each other.
I mean, it's too much to say I trust the random person I just met. It's not that bad if you skip some of them. I guess I'm gonna have to get a list of the crucial ones to do, because I don't want to miss anything. Alright, a low growl. That's the only sound I hear. The real Teddy's never made such a hateful sound. It's actually rather scary.
Stupid! You're such a dumbass! What's with you?
Okay, so it's definitely the President's shadow. The image on the monitor distorts along with that outburst. The general is having trouble remembering how to act as someone else, and his face bulges and ripples disturbingly as his ape pours through the screen. Any pretense at copying the adorable stupidity of real Teddy is gone now. I noticed that the voice spitting out these hateful words is not Teddy's either.
Respect? Trust? So what if you don't hate each other? You're not like me. I was forced to fight against my will. I destroyed them with my own hands.
Normal Shadow Teddy is creepier. He is, bro. He gives me nightmares, and like his voice is wicked deep too. That's the thing.
You should all have to go through the hell I've suffered. See how it feels to destroy everyone you call a friend. If I knew this was gonna happen, I would have made the rules so you had to kill your opponent to move on.
The general on the monitor continues to rage.
What are you talking about? Why did you set this tournament up?
The moment I say that, I feel that all the dots have become connected. When Miss President had asked out of the blue if we were gonna be forced to kill each other, that ominous muttering of killing one another. Were these both something that had come directly from her past? Maybe she had been forced to fight against people she didn't want to fight. Had she been forced to destroy something that was precious to her? There's no way to know for sure, but it's possible. Considering this, it kind of explains why her shadow would have created a tournament like this. That is, she wanted us to feel what she went through? I might not be entirely correct, but I feel like I'm close to the truth. Should I just ask General Teddy about my suspicions? But as I'm considering raising my voice, whoa, what just happened?
My eccentric entrance.
Elizabeth? What? Someone comes crashing through the ceiling. What in the world? She comes crashing through the ceiling? I rush over to Aegisthon to protect her from the falling debris. Oh, here we go. We're burning the bread. When I look up, I see a younger woman emerge from the cloud of dust. While not as strange as Aegis, she seems a little uncommon as well. But even besides that, why'd she have to come through the ceiling? This room has doors. It makes no sense at all. Well, Elizabeth doesn't make any sense, so... I was about to get to the heart of the matter with General Teddy, but the monitor in this room has been destroyed, along with the ceiling. And now we're burning the bread, as per usual. Though she seems oblivious to my confusion, the girl cocks her head and apologizes again.
Oh, please excuse me. I didn't have the faintest idea that someone would be here.
Faintest?
Feigned? Fiend? Something along those lines at any rate.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth. What the hell is she talking about? Who in the world is this person? Oh, wait a second. That blue shirt she's wearing, it looks familiar. And with that silver hair and the golden eyes, could it be...
Are you from the Velvet Room?
My, is this what's known as being hit on?
No, I'm just asking a simple question. What are you, a scrub?
A forbidden ritual where one human approaches another based solely on appearance and bets on the inner self being equally attractive.
Okay. Hey lady, do you live in this house? Excuse me, sir? I have a boyfriend. Are you hitting on me? What's wrong with you?
What? No, I'm not hitting on you. You just remind me of someone I know.
Okay, so that actually sounded like I was really hitting on her. It literally didn't. It literally didn't. I like how everyone else has new sprites, but Elizabeth is exactly the same. Well, Elizabeth is Elizabeth. No, I need to stop thinking about that. In any case, I need to ask her something.
Do you happen to know anyone by the name of Margaret?
Margaret?
When she repeats the name, her face seems surprisingly youthful. I'd been taken aback by her bizarre speech and actions, but could this girl be younger than me? Her profile simultaneously evokes the images of pondering philosopher and innocent girl. I can't figure out exactly how to speak to her. Should I be more polite? I guess that doesn't matter too much. Anyway, worrying about the niceties isn't the most important thing right now.
Actually, we should introduce ourselves first. I'm Yu Narukami.
Ah, that had slipped my mind also. My name is Elizabeth.
She's LEP?
Dear me, to hear that name fraught with memories in such a mundane, remote place.
She thinks of this world as a mundane place. That's confusing. Naso Inaba may be out in the countryside, but I don't think it's as bad as people say it is. This girl, Elizabeth, suddenly bows her elegantly to me.
Margaret is indeed my sister's name. Can I take that to mean that you are another guest of that room?
I see. So she's Margaret's sister. That would explain why she reminds me of her.
Elizabeth-san, huh? Well, I guess that's the case. It's true that there was a time when I visited that room.
Igor, Margaret, and now Elizabeth. Seems that there are more people who call that place home than I thought. I think I'm glad I met Margaret last year instead of this girl. Based. Who wants annoying girl, okay? I like how no matter what Elizabeth I like how no matter what Elizabeth, it still sounds the same even in reload. I think you messed up your sentence there, but I think I get the gist of what you're trying to say.
But why is a resident of the Velvet Room here? Did Margaret send you with a message or something?
I am currently utterly neglecting my duties.
Based.
Is that so?
That doesn't really tell me much, and I have no response anyway. What possessed her to come blasting in through the ceiling instead of using the door? I decided not to bother asking that. I've met so many different people over the last year, but trying to have a conversation with this girl is like trying to ride a wild horse. She's just gonna ignore the direction I'm trying to steer us towards and just veer off wherever she wants. Best to just hold on and go along for the ride then. Maybe if I pay attention, she'll tell me something worth my time. Even if I try to ask her questions, she'll likely just be confused anyways. Just as I'm having that thought, the girl seems to have noticed my hesitation and starts to talk. Oh. About herself. Her eyes are lit up with a sincere passion. She really is a hard one to read.
I have a certain desire. It may take a very long time for it to be realized. In order for my wish to be granted, I require a power much greater than what I have. The power of the wild card that changes bonds into strength. I have a feeling that the key lies there.
I know a little about the wild card, but...
I feel that the first glue to granting my wish lies within that power.
Glue?
Flu? Influenza.
What is this? Are you on drugs?
Something along those lines at any rate.
God, you sound more annoying than usual, I'm not gonna lie. She's having trouble coming up with the right words, but I can hear the sincerity in her speech. Can you? Probably. In other words, I think she means that the power of the wild card is related to her desire and came here. I don't think it's worth to ask her how she knew I had the power or where she found out about it. Just as I'm struggling to follow the meandering path of her conversation, she brings up an outrageous suggestion.
Might I suggest that you and I fight?
But why? Why what? Someone please tell me how she reached that conclusion that this was a good idea. I don't even think I had the chance of talking her out of it though. But of course I have to try, so I say, give me a break.
Oh, how excited this is making me. My expectations
Oh my God.
are ascending skyward at Mach speed.
Can I be an ass and leave?
To be direct, I'd like for you to show me the potential slumbering within you.
Let me make sure of something, just in case. You understand what I'm saying, right? There's no illusions at work?
Such parlor tricks can get stuffed.
Lovely.
I see. So you're actually in your right mind here. That's kind of,
yeah,
impressive.
Elizabeth's right mind is being crazy, so... Well, maybe she understood what I meant when I mentioned the illusions. If that's so, then she's at least must have some idea of what's going on around here. And even though she might understand it, she still wants to fight me. I wonder though, if she's unrelated to General Teddy's plan and invited herself to the tournament, do the usual rules apply? As I think about this, Elizabeth-san taps her foot on the ground and takes a fighting posture. She really does want to fight. A huge leather-bound book in her hand opens as if by itself. A torrent of power pours from the open book with blue light. She seems so aloof. I can't believe that this strange girl has such unimaginable power. No, maybe more correct to call it an air of imminent violence.
Alright, I won't be able to hold back.
This is just normal Elizabeth and I love it. Oh boy. To be honest, I was really only saying that in hopes of bluffing her. I have absolutely no room to hold back in this fight. I hurriedly cast off my fear and focus on the upcoming battle. There's no room for doubt. I need to hit her with my full strength from the start. Even if I were to fight her with the intent of killing her, I'd be lucky not to end up dead myself. At least that's how I feel. Elizabeth-san calmly begins the battle.
Let us do this. Your fate is in the cards.
Your fate is in the cards, Dumbledore said calmly. Lovely. Okay, now I'm probably gonna get my ass handed to me. Because she's probably gonna have 20 bajillion personas. Oh no, she's Thanatos. Interesting.
Finally.
And she has, what the fuck?
Your fate is in the cards. Summoning. Now. Your fate is comatose. As I anticipated.
What is this?
Now up. Backing up.
I'll show you man's potential.
My attack. Here is some freeze.
What?
Oh no. Oopsie daisy. Oh no. Remarkable. Oh no. That's impressive. Summoning. Oh no. The time is as I anticipated. Now up.
Negative
Here is some
penalty.
freeze.
Enough. What is enough?
Here is some freeze.
What's up, Agent Knight? How you doing? God damn, she is not roasting me, but freezing me alive. She's freezing my ass. Jesus.
Final.
It's weird. I don't recall Elizabeth having
Oh no. Oh my.
We're through playing.
As I anticipated.
what is that card move she does? Where she literally grabs me.
Fate is in the oh my.
We're through.
Now up. Oh my. Persona summoning.
We're through playing. We're through closing.
My attack. You're frozen.
What is?
Persona. Oopsie daisy. Oopsie daisy.
Is enough.
Oh no. From the impressive.
We're through.
Impressive. Oopsie daisy. Oh my. I see. Impressive. Remarkable. Your fate is in the cards. Oh my.
We're through playing.
As I anticipated. Now up.
Negative penalty.
Oh, well done.
Okay, that's hot, Elizabeth. I'm not gonna lie. Why are you lying down like that? Why are you looking at me like that? I don't like that. Alright, she do be using Thanatos. Elizabeth is like, yeah, I mean, I have this compendium, might as well use it. True. Just when I thought I had managed to throw off balance, Elizabeth-san gets back up elegantly as if nothing had just happened. Suddenly, I feel an intense buildup in the air. Don't tell me she hasn't been taking this seriously at all up till now. Excuse me. Jesus Christ. In the next moment, I'm swallowed into a torrent of power like a leaf being blown into the air, without the slightest understanding of what's happening. Fancy. She's blocking my sword with her book. My vision blurs as I'm spun around, and before I can tell up from down, the floor jumps towards me and I'm slammed into the ground. Am I going to lose? As my consciousness fades, I see the faces of my friends and Aige-san, all those I had fought with up until now. It's like the story when you see your life flash before your eyes, just like before you died, and then Adachi pops up and he's like, you're an idiot, and then that gives us the power to overcome Elizabeth. Am I dying? Can I really accept that? I'll fight as much as I have to in order to save my friends. I have to keep fighting. I've come so far I can't lose heart now. I desperately force my legs to move and manage to stand up again. Elizabeth-san shuts her book with an air of finality.
I see. I am quite content with this outcome. It seems you possess true strength.
Knowledge is power, and that's why they created sharp book corners. True. The unyielding torrent of power suddenly ceases without warning. Is it over? Even as I come to understand that, I continue to stand stock still, unable to move.
I believed you were at the limits of your stamina after the battle against Aigis earlier. In actuality, your heart almost gave in during your struggle with me. But each time you faltered, the many hearts supporting you gave you strength, helping you to rise again.
She cuts herself off and nods to herself as if confirming her suspicions.
This was truly an intriguing battle. I believe our encounter has borne much flute.
What the fuck? What? Our encounter has borne much flute? What are you?
Flute?
Flue? Chimneys. In any case,
I
am
hate
quite
you.
Pleased.
What is this? Even after a battle, she acts like that. Elizabeth is like, yeah, also have Aige's compendium, but I threw that one in the trash. True. She likes her MC, I mean. I feel like a fool for believing that she really would have killed me, even if it felt quite real at the time. Can't believe any of this. My legs give out under me and I sink into the ground. Maybe she understands how I feel. Elizabeth-san looks straight into my eyes.
May I ask you something?
This is just who she is? Well, she's fucking annoying.
To continue fighting in order to prevent an undesirable future.
Maybe it's the Teddy
is
effect.
A path of endless hardship.
Maybe it's because I've seen so much Elizabeth in Persona Q, I'm just starting to get sick of your shit too.
Would you still choose to walk it?
Margaret had said something similar just before this tournament had begun. How I had overcome the ordeal concerning last year's case and opened the door. Margaret and Elizabeth-san's words came together in my mind.
Yeah. Working for a better tomorrow isn't just a one-time thing. The tomorrows keep coming.
I still remember all those side quests she gave me in Persona Q and how annoying they were. Opening the door is necessary, but it's not what's truly important. What's more important is making sure that you follow the path beyond the door. Once you have that path in mind, does it matter whether you open the door or not? What is this metaphorical shit? That's how I feel.
I would keep fighting for the future we want.
Thank you, Yonyang Bosch. Elizabeth-san smiles. It seems the former dweller of the Velvet Room is pleased with my answer. She must have chosen a path of her own at some point and is doing everything in her power to see it through. Maybe I'm jumping to conclusions, but I feel as if I'm able to understand her a little better now. Can you?
Well then, it's time for me to bid you adieu. By your leave, I, Elizabeth, am out of
What are
here.
you gonna do, fly out the window? With this, Elizabeth briskly walks out of the room. Okay, she's using the door like a normal person. Shakespeare-ass metaphors. True! That's what I'm saying. I am confusion. She causes me some trouble, but I've also learned something about myself as well. I think I'll call it a draw. As I wave goodbye to Elizabeth, I hear Aiga-san getting to her feet behind me.
Are you alright? You shouldn't force yourself to move.
Igor's like, yeah, we don't got a job for you no more. Yeah, she's slacking, that's why. She's not approved for paid time off. She's over here out of work without permission. I was concerned at first, but Aiga-san doesn't seem to be very hurt or damaged or whatever you would say. She was likely just knocked out. I had absolutely no chance of winning if I'd gone easy on her either. This is getting ridiculous.
You are very kind. We've only just met, and yet you're worried about a machine like myself.
Huh? Isn't that normal?
Aiga-san laughs at my confusion. That's because I'm a Persona protagonist, baby. We care. We're the best.
Seeing you smile like that, I don't know. I just can't think of you as a machine.
I mean, Igor deleted her elevator. What is she meant to do? Why would a limo need an elevator attendant? That's kind of true. Wait, is this Persona 3 and 4 together? Yeah, this is Persona 4 Arena. And I think some of the characters from Persona 3 show up here because this takes place after Persona 4. And, yeah, the games are set in the same universe, so the characters interact with each other.
You have a heart, right? Then it doesn't matter whether you're man or machine.
Aiga-san stops laughing and thinks deeply for a moment. But after a few seconds, she looks back up at me with a serious look in her eyes.
You have defeated me in single combat. That will make it difficult for me to continue forward.
Disturbing the peace. Look into my eyes and tell me the things that... Okay, I'm gonna stop.
But I believe I can trust you. Will you listen to my mission directive?
Your boy is still a adorer, I guess. That's so true, bro. That's so true. Too bad, so sad for you. I have no reason to say no. I look, I guess, square in the eye and nod reassuringly. And so, Aiga-san told me about her directive, and it was truly surprising. It was another case involving personas and shadows outside of Inaba, even before our adventure last year. And she is a weapon with a heart, created with the express purpose of wielding a persona to fight the shadows. She believes that this current situation came to be because someone had stolen a similar weapon and caused it to enter the TV world. Wait. She believes that this current situation came to be because someone had stolen a similar weapon and caused it to enter the TV world. Oh shit. Is the president another anti-shadow elimination android, whatever they're called. That would make sense then, why she's got fucking superhuman abilities.
So, there's another girl robot with a heart like you, and she's the cause of all this?
Another robot waifu.
We came to this world to retrieve her.
Okay, so that's why you're here. Interesting.
My older sister, the 5th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon, Labris, is in this world somewhere.
Labris. Don't give the rules more fuel. Nanako, Miss President, her shadow, and now Labris. I have a mountain of tasks to accomplish now. But even though I have a lot to do, I can't ignore any of it.
Tell me more about Labris, and I'll do what I can to help you get her back.
Unfortunately.
Aigesan's expression clouds. She said that she was a machine, but she really is no different from a human. As I ponder this, I listen to what she has to say. It's discouraging.
So you don't know what she looks like, what she can do, or what equipment she's loaded with.
How do you not know all of that? She's your robot, for God's sake. What? Basically, all she can tell me is that Labris is a robot who is built to look like a girl. Wait a second. I did meet a girl that I didn't know in the TV world, Miss President. Could Miss President be Labris?
Is there a possibility that she looks, well, more human than you? You mentioned earlier that she was your older sister, so I assume she was built before you, but...
My sister was an older model, a prototype for the 5th generation to be exact. It's doubtful that she would look more human than myself.
Maybe it's an illusion. They really named Aiga Shield and named her sister Labris Axe. I mean, based names? Then there's no way Miss President could be Labris. Well, it could be an illusion. I could tell at first glance that Aiga-san was a machine. Miss President appears to be completely human. Well, did you forget the part where she was climbing all over the walls and shit? You remember that? I never once considered that she might not be human until now. What do you mean? She was doing superhuman leaps. What are you talking about? Is the Boston accent also an illusion? Probably. It's to keep her disguised. She's got them hot dogs. I never once considered that she might not be human until now, but that just makes things even more complicated. What in the world is going on inside the TV?
Alright, in any case, I'll keep an eye out for her. But right now, I'm heading to the announcement room. If Labris is the cause of this, then I'm bound to meet up with her eventually.
I shrug slightly. I don't want to be so grave. I guess I must sense what I'm trying to do and smiles.
Thank you. I will trust my sister's fate to you.
Well, I'm probably gonna whoop her butt, but sure, of course. I give Aiga-san a determined nod and run out of the classroom. But man, what a busy golden week. I have to make sure Nanako's okay and find Miss President, unmask whoever's masquerading as Teddy, and now search for Labris somewhere in here. If this wasn't happening, I'd be kicking it with my friends at Juna's food court. Yukiko was trying to be coy, but I'm pretty sure that the big bundle she was carrying was a box lunch she made for us. As to how it might taste, well, let's not get sidetracked. I'm sure we'd all have enjoyed it anyways. Doubtful. Press X to doubt. Eventually, I would have called Nanako over and we would have brought some snacks together. There were things I wanted to buy from the Shiroku store, and maybe I could have made it to Sosai Daigaku in time to buy the last of their special croquettes. I wanted to talk with the owner of Daidara and get some books from the Yamenaido bookstore. Jesus Christ, it's been a while since I read these names. I'd have had a steak bowl at Aya, hung out with the fox at the Tatsuhime Shrine, waited for my uncle so we could have dinner, and tomorrow I'd have gone fishing. If the one who ruined my vacation and caused all these problems is the same person who stole Labris, and if they've truly brought Nanako back into the TV world, I will never let them go for that.
I'll make them pay.
Hell yeah. Revenge time. As I run on, I come across yet another blue door. You know who else is the honored one? My mom. True. Here comes the warranted Margaret, like, pause tea time or whatever, for some reason. Okay, perhaps it's a sign that I need to calm down. True, I may have lost my cool for a moment.
Here? Again?
I reach towards the door with a relaxed smile. Hey, Margaret, I saw your sister. She crazy. Margaret's in her usual position. I glanced around to see if there's anyone else in here. It looks like her nutcase of a sister isn't here. Even you, you think she's fucking crazy. Good job. Margaret notices me looking and sighs, a seductive sounding sigh that conveys annoyance.
It seems my sister has caused you some trouble.
Yeah, she crazy.
Though this may mean that I'm not the only one who is drawn to the light of your potential.
I know I'm the best. There's a hint of tenderness towards her sister in her words. Her sister must be important to her. I can tell from the look on her face. Do I look like that when I talk about Nanako? Probably. You probably do, you sister kingpin, sister complex guy. I forgot what the full title was, but... Margaret pulls herself together and speaks again.
You have gained a new resolve by overcoming many doubts and falsehoods.
A new resolve. I found myself nodding along.
You have reached the threshold of truth. But man's hearts are mutable.
Sister complex kingpin of steel. Thanks.
That is why a resolve to continue fighting is more important than any one victory or defeat.
Okay, can my persona evolve again then? Can he become the shredding Izanami no Okami from Persona 4 Dancing with the dual guitars?
Yeah, I understand.
But this will be a difficult battle without end. Are you equal to the challenge?
I mean, I've made it so far, so... The way she puts it makes it seem like she was testing me. I don't respond immediately and think about the question. It would be lying to say that I'm not worried. I know that my heart can be swayed by change. There's no knowing what will happen from moment to moment. But even then...
If I have my friends, if I'm not alone, I can do it.
I see.
Margaret nods slightly in response.
I have heard your answer, but it's not enough. Remember what I told you before? The heart is shaken more by a single action than by a...
Oh, are we gonna
words.
kiss again? Come hit me on my hot... Come kiss me on my hot mouth. Yes. Let's go. No, come back, Margaret. As she smiles, my vision begins to blur. I hear words being repeated. I have reached the threshold of truth. Everything that's happened during the course of this case runs through my mind. A new appearance of the TV world, this tournament pitting us against each other, the student council president, and a fake Teddy. My encounter with a weapon and with a heart, Aigis-san, searching for her sister Labris. And the determination that I've gained through these constant battles. What I must accomplish. How do I show what I've decided through my actions? Okay. Izanami no Okami Sigma. True. That should be the evolved version of Izanami no Okami. I know. I like the double guitar. The guitar and the bass. Like double-edged guitar. Who's Izami? The true evolution of Izanagi. The true Sigma. It seems that the number of invisible walls has decreased. Could this mean that the end is near? Just as I think that, I hear a familiar voice.
That's enough!
Oh, that was Miss President's voice. It was coming from the door to the announcement room. I finally made it. I opened the door to the announcement room and rushed inside.
You're finally here. Hello, Sensei.
Sup?
Congratulations! How does it feel to have won the P1 Grand Prix?
Feels great. What's my prize? The general smirks at me as I pass through the door. Behind me, or behind him, Miss President and Rise. When the two of them see me, Miss President looks confused while Rise's face lights up with joy.
There you are, Senpai. You're late.
I have to stay cautious of the general, but I signal to the girls that everything will be alright now. The general is closer to them than I am. I can't afford to take any reckless actions just yet. And there's one more thing I need to know.
Teddy, where's Nanako?
I look around the announcement room, but Nanako's nowhere to be found. The general's face distorts with an ugly glee.
Nana-chan's right here. See?
Slowly, the general extends the arm that was held behind him. And there was Nanako. Oh, she's actually here! Her arms are clutched to her chest, and she slowly takes a few steps towards me, obviously frightened. What the fuck? How did she get in here? I thought it was a lie.
Nanako!
What? After taking a step forward, I noticed something bizarre. The general disappeared? For a brief instant, my full attention has been focused on Nanako. The general had been standing directly behind her, but now he's... Never mind. He shapeshifted. That's not Nanako, that's the general. How could he have gone somewhere else that quick in front of me without me noticing it?
Bro.
While I'm confused about the general's disappearance, Nanako weakly calls to me. Being in the TV world has obviously taken a toll on her. She totters towards me unsteadily, looking ready to collapse at any moment. Okay, don't let her do that. I can think about the general later. No, this is shady as hell. Ask her what her favorite Walmart is. If she says anything other than Junez, then kick her ass. I can think about the general later. I have to save Nanako right now. As I reach out to her, Rise yells,
Senpai, no! Nanako-chan's not there!
Nanako's not here? What is she saying? She's right here. Just as I'm about to say so, my hand stops. Something's not right. I try to look into Nanako's face once more, and in her eyes I saw madness.
Oh, so close! Just a little more and Sensei would have been a goner!
You bastard!
I barely reacted in time to draw my sword to block the attack. The general suddenly appeared out of nowhere to attack me with his cane, and I get a good look at him as our weapons clash together. Well, he was about to get you. You almost lost because of his sister complex Kingpin of Steel personality, so he almost got his ass. I see the madness in his face, the same madness that I had seen in Nanako's only a moment before. That's when I noticed that Nanako has disappeared. What's going on?
You've got it wrong, Senpai. It's all been him from the beginning.
He's making us see things, I guess?
He can make whoever's looking at him see him as someone else.
Interesting.
So he's not actually taking on other forms?
No, he's just distorting the things you see and hear.
That's cool. That's right, the enemy is able to control what I see and hear. I'd realized that after all the battles I had today, but seeing Nanako had made me forget all that. The general laughs at this.
It's hard for me to show someone who isn't here. But you actually saw this Nanako girl? You're hopeless.
He is the Kingpin sister complex of Steel, so... Just like how my friends hadn't gone crazy before our fights, Nanako had never been brought to this world in the first place. That's good, at least. The appearance before me is a fake. He distorted our senses, all to make us suffer. But just as I thought, he couldn't deceive Rise's persona abilities. That's why he kidnapped her, to keep her from warning us during the tournament. Now that I know that, I pushed the general's cane away and jumped back towards the girls in order to distance myself from him. Good, now I'm between them and the general. I then look straight at the one behind this bizarre situation.
Who in the world are you?
You still can't tell? Seriously, the level of intelligence around here.
It's obviously the president's shadow, I mean...
Fine then. Here. Get a good look.
Oh, anime. Okay, that looks a bit menacing. It looks like Teddy's after my booty cheeks. Oh, there. Okay, I guess that's Labris. Time for shenanigans. Wait, no, that is the president. So the president is Labris. So that's her shadow. Holy shit. Giant axe. Kinda hot, I'm not gonna lie.
I am a shadow. The true self. That's my face.
I saw metal limbs, golden eyes, a ponytail, and a mirror image of Miss President's face even though she was standing before me, trembling.
How about it? You wanted to see what I am, didn't you?
Why does she look like me? That's its true form.
Even her shadow is from Boston.
It's
True.
your shadow.
All the shadows are from Boston, apparently.
This is a shadow? She really came from inside me?
Rise tries to calm Miss President, but the girl shakes her head in denial and squeezes her eyes shut. While Miss President refuses to look at this mechanical-looking being, now I understand what's going on. Because this isn't the first time I've seen a robotic girl before. All the facts match up. The way she was able to run so fast without so much as breathing heavily, even in the TV world. The sense of wrongness that I had when Miss President had asked me about killing my friends. The way she avoided telling me her name. The superhuman strength when she hit Chie and that incredible jump to get away from us. And the Shadow's ability to interfere with the senses of other people. Just as Margaret had said, all the pieces of the puzzle were laid out before me. They've all come together and now I can see the truth. She is indeed Labrys. Labrys, another weapon with a heart stolen by someone unknown and thrown into the TV world, created this school and forced us to fight our friends. This deep-rooted depression regarding her past memories, all of this took the form of Labrys' shadow who manipulated everything else.
Labrys, don't look away. If you don't accept her, she'll get
Boston
even
is the
stronger.
culprit. Miss Labrys only shivers when I call out to her. There has to be some reason why she believed that she was the student council president, but that's just a disguise more for herself than for us. No matter how comfortable it is, it's only there to cloud our eyes from the truth.
I don't know what your past was like. It must have had some painful memories. But you have us with you now. We're going to get you out of here.
I call out to Labrys while keeping an eye on the shadow. A shadow is the darkness within a person's heart. Unless it is accepted by the person it came from, it will never disappear for good. But with that in mind, all we can do is watch over her as she expects the darkness within. We'll protect her when the shadow goes berserk and tries to kill her. But Labrys continues to shake her head and tremble violently. Jesus Christ. My words aren't getting through to her.
You hear that, me? Your friend is trying to tell you something. Too bad he doesn't understand.
I had to ponder my life choices for a second there.
Are so hopelessly naive.
The shadow laughs shrilly? I'm sorry, that's the first time I've seen that word used. I'm just having an aneurysm from the story. I mean, it's self-explanatory thus far, but...
I wish I could have made them feel my pain. What it's like having to murder one another. That sadness and pain and anguish. Everything went black, and I was always left alone.
Wait, did I miss something? Okay. No, okay, so that's where she started off. I wish I could make them feel my pain of having them kill each other and so forth. Okay.
A machine made only to fight. No human can understand my suffering. Stop! I've had enough. I'm human. I'm not like that.
This isn't good. I settle into a fighting stance, ready for anything. Though I have a good idea what's gonna happen. You're not me!
Oh, you're still clinging to that. Then take a look at what you really are.
The shadow's eyes gleam with a golden light. The change begins immediately. A shimmer runs across Labrys' body, and instead of the normal human girl there that had been a moment ago, she has a metallic body just like her shadow.
No! No!
I mean, you're cool as fuck, boy. Labrys loses all composure and scratches at her arm, trying to tear away the metal that had appeared. But there was more to her change than just her arm, sorry. Her legs, waist, chest, even her head. Everything not covered by her clothing was now obviously mechanical. The reality that she didn't want to face. There are no words that we can say to her. No matter what we say, reality won't change. Labrys falls to her knees and finally mutters the words I was dreading. She'd say, "No, you're not me." Oh. Motherfucker. 8% completion? That was 3 hours. So... Oh my god. Can I do... Is there a list of stories that are crucial? I really don't want to do the stories that I don't have to do. Because if that was 3 hours... And that was 8% completion. That means that's like 30 hours worth of shit that I could potentially do. Pretty sure it was like the top ones are longer and the bottom ones are shorter. All right, so soldier through and push through all of them basically. Okay. All right, fair enough. For now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave it off here. And in between this stream and the next stream, I'm gonna play all the tutorials and see if I can get used to the fights a bit more, so that I can try to at least dominate a little more.
Persona 4 Arena Ultimax.
Oh, it's my boy Junpei. You're not saying that. You can always skip some of the shit. That's fair, I guess. Like skip some of the character introductions and all that. Maybe. Okay. All right. Agent Knight, Galactic Corgi, thank you for dropping by. I'm gonna go eat some shit and
This program is brought to you by the following sponsors.
shut the fuck up, Atlas.
Persona.
The top stories are longer. All right, I'll do a bit of research and I'll practice with the practice mode and then get good. Anyways, thank you for dropping by, Galactic Corgi and Agent Knight, and I'll see you next time. Master Gamer out, baby. Bye.